wanted to make an entrance.
Really? Well, you failed that. Right, okay, we are good to go then. The land you are leaving is barren and dead, ravaged by dark magic. Before you lies Ambria, with its rampant rivers, bountiful forests, and fertile soils, promising well-earned rest for weary souls. But will it deliver? The region you are headed for is ancient. Under the sublime surface, age-old conflicts still run hot, and the northbound refugees gush out over the landscape like lamp oil over a smouldering hearth. A wintry breeze follows you and your companions through the Titans, the mountain range separating the dead Alberator in the south from Ambria up north. It is still far from certain that you will even reach your destination. Many of your exiled brothers and sisters have perished on the way, from hunger or exhaustion, or in the jaws of predators roaming the wilds. And for you, there is yet another cause for concern. Some of your companions claim to hear a whispering voice in the gusts of the snowy mountain air. Camp has been called. Wagons are pulling round. You're camping. Fire has been set up. Well, several fires, but there's one fire particularly for you lot.
What we got to eat?
Carla, who's a barbarian woman from the north, looks up and goes, well, I brought the rabbits in yesterday. That's all we've got left.
Soup then.
If they've gone, then there is nothing else out here to hunt.
Thin soup.
So she's like, she's not looking happy now.
Not looking.
Bloody barbarians are never happy. There is also Bartlom, who is a wizard of some sort. He's sitting just off in the shadows, muttering to himself. Kravek, who is a warrior, barbarian. He's sitting there sharpening his weapons. Orlan, he's an older looking warrior. He's doing the same sort of thing. Ansel is a priest, and he's sitting there reading his book, grumbling to himself. And on the other side of the fire, leaning up against a snoring pig, is Fenya, who's a goblin, and she's sitting there with her arms crossed, just looking at you all.
Okay.
I'm looking at the pig.
You can state the obvious.
I'm just looking at the pig. That's all I'm doing.
I'll go and have a walk. I'll see what
Is it like a fighting boar?
No,
Or
it's
is it
not
just?
a saddle.
Oh, it has got a saddle.
It's the goblin's mount. You can't eat a man's mount.
I'll go and have a trawl around and see if there's anything out there.
There is nothing out there. There's not a lot of vegetation. It's bloody cold as well. You've got other little groups of scouts that are going out from the rest of the camp, again, trying to scavenge supplies as well.
Well, there might be birds. Just have a look for anything that's moving and is potentially edible.
Give me a vigilance roll then, Nick.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. You managed to find a couple of, see this up high in the mountains, it's like mountain grouse or something like.
Yeah.
It's obviously seen better days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, they're skinny, but I said it was soup.
Yeah. So after a while, Carlo comes back.
It's not good out there. Don't like it, but you can make some soup out of that.
Ah, well done, Carlo.
Save us the feet for the dog.
Carla sort of looks up. She goes, "And who's making this soup?" Oh, I see. It's me again, is it? You get the feeling she's really sort of giving you an evil look under this mask that she's wearing. A lot of the barbarian tribes wear masks, and she sort of snatches it from you and starts plucking it. One of the Caravaneer guys, a guy called Telik, comes over. Evening.
Evening.
How'd you find that bit of the trek then?
Not used to this much walking, but I'm sure I'll get used to it over time.
It's going to get worse. He sort of looks into your cooking bowl. It's going to get a lot worse, especially if we have to winter here.
Look hungrily at the pig.
I'm looking hungrily at the wizard.
Oh, yeah.
Again, he sort of looks into your cooking bowl. Yeah. One of the rumours going around at the moment is they're saying that the snows are going to be hitting up on the high pass probably the next day or two. We might not be going. We might be wintering here. Thought I'd let you know. And again, with one sort of last longing look into your empty cook pot, I'll speak to you later. Wanders off.
We'll struggle here if we winter here. There's really not a lot of food out there.
I suppose it doesn't help that people have been coming by this way for the last however many years, you know, and hunting the place dry almost.
Lots of years. People were leaving your old kingdom literally after the war. The main bulk of it went 7 years ago when the Queen came this way.
Just have to travel further out, I guess.
I'm sure that Amsel over there will offer up some prayers to Prios, and hopefully the snows won't come. The sun god will shine his light down upon us.
The sun god will always shine his light upon us. Children, let us pray. And this huge, rousing speech of the gods. It's almost as if the fire itself just intensifies a little.
Yeah. Woo! We can do this.
Doesn't help the empty tummy though.
Rumble, rumble.
At least we've got plenty of water with the snow. Dim soup.
Hi.
Artelon sort of leans forward and goes, well, as long as we've still got this item, we'll be all right in the cold. And he shows you what he's hiding. Pulls out a gem. It's about the size of your palm. Beautiful red looking stone. Goes, this is a sunstone. And as long as we've got this, we ain't going to get cold. Not really cold.
Oh, good to know.
The last artifact that my master had in the stores, and I've to take it up north.
Oh, excellent. And who was your master?
Oh, Angram. I think he stayed behind to do more research.
Oh,
Yeah, I told him that was probably not the best idea.
but I suppose with the lands being the way they are, it makes sense that someone from the Ordo Magica would study the area and see what really has. Obviously, the Dark Lords have made it this way, but how and why? It makes sense that they would.
I've got to take this to Thistle Hold. That's a long old journey.
Is that past Indos or whatever the place is called, or is that?
Yes, past the capital. It's near the forest. It's right on the edge of the forest.
Stop it.
And you do see the two sort of barbarians, Carla and Kravik, sort of look at each other and sort of. He goes back to sharpening his axe, and she goes back to plucking this pheasant thing.
I'll help with the cooking as best I can. My master often got me to do the cooking, so I'm happy to. Or I'll stay out of the way. I'll stay out of the way.
Yeah, this dagger looks as you sort of come over, roll up your sleeve, and she's like, "It's one pheasant thing. Pretty sure I can manage this on my own. Thank you."
You notice I've got a big spoon, tied around my neck, and it's a proper spoon. It's tied around my neck.
Tied around your neck. Okay, that trumps me. I was going to say, you notice I've got a small dog, but that's nowhere near as weird as a big spoon tied around my neck.
Dog.
Always ready.
Is this the right time to have a small dog?
Probably not.
I am always keeping an eye on the dog. Or I'm nervous anyway. I'm looking around a lot anyway, but I do often look to see what the dog's doing.
And also, from a purely logical perspective, not that we would be saying these things out loud as such, but a dog is long-term useful to acquire more food. If you eat the dog, you end up with no food long-term. You know, it's not really.
The dog can pick up an abomination an awful lot quicker than a human can.
That's true.
The dog hunts with me.
But you don't have to come across anything in these.
Well, there's nothing close because she hasn't said anything. I'm going to go back to repairing arrows. There's always arrows to be repaired, and particularly seeing the cost of arrows is prohibitive. They get used lots of times.
I'll kind of offer my hand to the dog to sniff.
The dog, basically, you'll find the dog's friendly enough, but it will always, anybody who walks in the camp, anybody stranger comes in, the dog will have a look at them before they get anywhere into the camp. And otherwise, it's a
I've
really...
had a little sniff at you, Parker. You haven't got any corruption points yet, have you?
No.
No. That's a little sniff of you, and then sort of licks your hand, and then goes back and curls up next to Nick again.
Do tell us if it barks at you, Parker. Excuse me about.
Nasty dog with big teeth.
You do notice those who have spent any time walking alongside me or not cuddled up for warmth, but you know what I mean, as we've been travelling, there's a bit of a funny smell. Like a sulphurous kind of something. Not quite
Well,
sure.
none of us are going to be washing all that much, so I imagine there's a bit of a smell around most of us.
No, but this is very distinctive.
Even worse. Okay.
Well, not. It's just like an odd. It's not just like BO. It's like there's a, like I say, a sulphurous or that kind of a bit weird.
Yeah, probably the dog comes by and sniffs at you about daily, mate. I would think. I've got Nip on a daily check on you.
It'll come over and sniff him every time he casts a spell.
just double check.
Yeah, that's going to get interesting. I'm not quite sure how we're going to deal with that problem.
We'll burn that bridge when we come to it, right?
Hmm.
I've got a couple of other characters in the back of my head, just in case. Just to get murdered.
Let's hope not, eh?
Aye.
Stay pure.
Well, Carla begins cooking the
Soup.
The soup, yeah. She throws in a couple of herbs with it, but it smells okay, but you know for a fact there ain't going to be a lot there to go around.
Hey, everyone's all right health-wise. No one's taken any, you know.
No,
My belly hurts.
Apart from that, that is one thing I unfortunately cannot heal. If it was a cut or a bruise or something. Is that the goblin?
yeah. I'm just checking what she is. Where is my sheet? Oh, he's got some glitteries. She's got some glittery bits. So where are you lot heading for then once you get up north? Who's this? This will be Bartolom.
Well, my master Beric will, I believe he went up to what's it called, Yindos or something like that. I forget the name. I've written it down and I can't find it. What's the capital city? Why?
You're still in game now, right?
Yes, it sounds it. Yandros.
Say again?
Yandros. Oh, you're going to the capital.
I believe that's where my master is. He's headed up to the Ordo Magica there. Apparently, he had much business and things to do. Obviously, wouldn't deign to tell me what they were, but left me behind to clear up for him.
But why did he leave you behind? I mean, why would a master go and leave his apprentice? At least my master is still back there doing things.
One less mouth to feed.
Well, he was called away on urgent business, and I had to make sure that these people were looked after with the best of my skills, such as they are.
Huh.
Makes sense to have a person trained in the art of the workings of the body, just in case someone gets hurt along the way, I guess.
Oh, so you're heading to the capital?
I believe so. I mean, surely it will be a wondrous place of, a new city, a place of rebirth for our civilization.
If you believe all the stories, yes.
Well, why wouldn't we?
Exactly. Why wouldn't we? But there are still the stories.
I mean, I don't imagine the streets are paved with gold or anything like that, but I'm sure it'll be to see Ambria at its height after all of the everything we've had to go through since the war. I mean, seeing our lands die around us, whereas now we can travel north and make a new start.
Telk comes walking back. Oh, your new start. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what your conversation was. We just heard the new start. Yeah, great. Ain't going to be soon, though. I've just heard back. We're camping.
But
yeah, I know. They're saying we're not going to make it over the mountains in time before the snows hit. And there's nothing to go back to. I'm just passing on what I know. I'm going to go talk to the others in a bit. I'll let you know if I hear anything else, but not looking good, is it?
Well, just think how much more we'll enjoy being in Ambria when we get there. Right?
It's not going to be good being camped up here for any length of time.
Really, the person, I thought it would be a quick walk and we'd be there, but
I thought it'd be a long walk, but I didn't think it'd be a long camp in the snow.
What do they expect us to live on?
Yeah, don't like it. Oh well, we'll just have to explore tomorrow morning.
Yeah, maybe we can push out further, like you suggested earlier. Take that mage bloke with us who's got that little thing to keep us warm. Do a bit of overnight camping elsewhere, see if we can track down food. I don't know.
Ludo comes walking past your camp. He's one of the pathfinders from some of the other merchants. Have you heard the news?
No, they say we're going to camp here.
Not keen on the idea?
No, because there's nothing to eat.
Between us, and it's obviously he's leaning in more towards you, Nick. There is a merchant that is thinking of still going. You're going to have to try and persuade him to get in with him. But if you go look for the guy called Argasto, he's taking his caravans over. He's leaving in the morning.
Thank you.
Obviously, other people know, and other people are going to be queuing outside of his tent. As long as you impress him. Anyway, that's.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And he hands you something that's wrapped up, Nick, and then he goes along his way.
Okay. It's not a donut, is it?
It's the head of your mother! No. It's a couple of thin pieces of whey bread.
Oh, okay, that's nice of him. I'll put them in my pouch. Well, Sir Knight, I would have thought you would be the best person to talk to the merchant. I mean, I'm only a hunter.
You think so? I mean, it doesn't mean you'd be right, but you think so.
He must appreciate when he's going there to have a good, helpful group of people. That particularly, we are a good, helpful group of people. We can do most things between us.
Well, let's go and see him then as a group and as a hearty group and say, look, we're fine fellows.
Okay.
You need us to get over this mountain.
I'll keep you company.
You lot get up, and a couple of the others sort of, okay, yeah, we're coming with you, yeah.
But is it? I mean, is it right?
What?
Is it right? We can't just leave these people here. There's however many people here. We can't just leave them here to starve over.
Look, boy, this is the barbarian. If you don't look after yourself, no one else will look after you. I'm the last of my clan. Look after yourself. All of these others, not good enough to survive. Weak.
Well, also the
guy. This goes back to sharpening his axe and grumbling.
The guy who's running the caravan is saying camper here, so presumably he doesn't think they're all going to die because he's also going to be camping here. It's just going to be a hard time.
Yeah, we would rather take the risk, take courage, face a bit of hardship, gambling that we're going to make it over the mountains. That's our call, isn't it? Because we're more that sort of people.
Or, says Carla as she's stirring this. It smells quite nice.
It's an ore.
Of course, yeah. Of course, the boss won't mind staying, will he? He's a bloody merchant. He's got plenty of goods for him to survive on. Don't worry about the rest of us, though, do they?
Right, yeah, that's a point.
And
I forgot about that.
Call us barbarians. At least we'd look after each other.
Well, I'm afraid I can't start a social revolution.
I'll come with you, but I'm a bit torn with looking after and guarding the soup.
Well, maybe we could go after you about our soup then.
We could do that, couldn't we?
It does smell nice.
I'm quite hungry.
A bit happier.
That's the herbs. These ones are from home. And you get, possibly, a small amount of soup, but very nice. Very.
Wow.
The meat, you think there was some meat in there. You saw a bird go in. You're not sure where the bird's gone.
There must have been some meat in there.
And you do take it slowly as well because you're not too sure when your next meal is going to be.
And sadly, one of us has to share. I'm only a little guy anyway. I can share mine with me dog. It's only getting a little bit mine, but then it's only a little dog.
It's hot. That's the main thing.
As a sniffer, Parker. Okay, so the meal, it doesn't take long to eat either.
That's good, Carla. You did a good job with that pheasant.
Thank you, my lord. It's a sarky cow, she really is.
Could have done with two, couldn't we?
Oh, I only saw one.
Oh, I think we should be grateful for the one, I think.
One.
Something's better than nothing. Is anyone else coming with us as we leave?
Right, and that was straighten ourselves up.
Yeah. Where are you going? We'll take one look at you and we won't even get employed.
Well, he's why we just had a nice meal.
Oh,
no, I'm talking to the wizard.
Oh, wizard, yeah. Oh, everyone likes wizards.
Wizard's good because he can heal. Someone who heals good. We're all good. We can do it.
I've got
persuading.
I've got a trick up my sleeve or two, as they say.
Carla's gonna go with you. Bartolom's going with you. Orland's going with you, and Kravek is going as well.
Okay. I'll persuade everybody to look their best.
I would have thought Fenya would want to be going because I think she's on a really sticky wicket trying to hold on to that pig all the way through winter if they're camping here.
That's true.
Are you saying that because she's just still leaning against it, looking at you all? She hasn't said much, but she is.
Sir Pig.
Are we speaking for you as well? To the goblin. That's what I'm saying to her. Are we speaking on your behalf as well? Are you coming with us?
You not need to speak for me.
Do you want to stay here?
I go wherever I wish.
Okay.
Treasure is over mountains. I will go over the mountains. And she's just sitting there smiling at you all.
Yeah. Right, let's get ready for this bloke.
Master Beric always said got weird.
So you'll make a bit of an effort. And as you're doing that, Orlan sort of throws his, he always wears this like tattered, great big cloak thing, pulls it all back, throws it, fucking wearing this beautiful suit of plate armor with a really special emblem on it. And you're like, that means something. You lot are like, Gad, you're like, that's the Queen's Guard symbol.
Oh, he's going.
If he's going, that means one of you ain't. Woo-hoo. Let's go then.
Let's follow him.
It's not difficult finding the camp of Augusto because there's a queue of people.
Oh, fuck.
Well, let's walk in front because we look like we need. Let's get to the front.
You start getting in the front, and people are like, no, there's a queue. There's a queue here.
Barbarians, we you know, a queue, an orderly line. That's what
You just say we're not barbarians.
He did.
You get a bit of a two-handed push in the back, mate. From Kravik, he's like,
no offense intended. I apologize sincerely.
no, you get to the back of the queue. And there are like 4 or 5 people like, queue in it, back.
All right, I'm heading to the back of the queue. I'm nothing.
Right behind you. He's like,
Nothing if not organised.
I'm looking to see whether Orlan's going to do anything, but I don't suppose he is he?
no,
Okay.
he's at the front of your group.
Yeah.
Good enough for me.
And eventually, you know, you get some people coming out of the tent like, and he goes, right. In he walks. Literally just walks in. A minute later, walks out. That's easy. Carries on walking.
Did you put a word in for us?
Your own valor is good enough for that, my friend.
Oh, that's a no then.
And then the sort of guys on the tent entrance of you lot together.
Yeah.
Yes.
On, in you go.
Okay.
Augusto is a large chap wearing lots of furs and felt, and he's got a load of stuff on his table that he's going through. He's about 50. You lot all shuffle in. He takes a quick look up at you and then grabs a glass he's drinking out of and looks like wine that he's drinking. Finishes that. So, impress me. Go.
Um,
I'm waiting.
Hello, I'm a wizard. Perhaps me and my group can help you. And I'll pull out my Ordo Magica medallion, which is just like a proper official wizard's thing. I have. But do you have an alchemist and a medicus who can help you should your companions be wounded as they travel across these lands?
You're a medicus.
I am.
Oh. I'll give you 1 coin a day.
Aye.
Right, so you can leave. Go.
But they're with me. We're all together.
come as a packet.
He's a medicus.
Yep.
I'm taking him. Impress me why I should bring the rest of you.
He can catch rabbits. Oh, birds, sorry. He can catch birds. We ate very well tonight because he caught a bird. Very good hunter, top hunter. Top
Because
hunter.
we're fighters and soldiers and hunters, and we
And soldiers.
fight together. And I don't waste my time with people looking at these people unless they can stand their ground with me as well. And I don't mess around. and I will stare at him.
These are experienced fighters. They know what they're doing. They can fight, and I can hunt. I hunt any type of prey. I bring you food, and if there are abominations in the area, I will.
I have pathfinders. Why would I want another scout? Why
I'm
would
not a scout. I'm a hunter.
I have food?
Food always runs out eventually, and there are things out there that prey on you, and I will stop them preying on you.
And if he does hunt well, think of the coin you could save.
5 shillings. You may join.
My companion Gadaho here is a fighter of great. He fought in the Great War. Surely a man of his stature should go with you. A hero.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as a hero. Fought in the war.
Great War was a bad thing.
It was a bad thing. Terrible thing.
But he survived it, and he survived it intact, which says about his skills.
2 talia a day for you then, my friend. And now he's just looking at you, John.
Look back at him. I'm tall, big, and strong, and it's obvious.
You look fat.
I'm strong.
He is strong.
Strong. Oh, is there any more to this? Or is it just, I am strong?
Well, he is strong.
I break things, I hurt things, I kill things. It's what you want, isn't it?
Oh, really? I just want to get over the mountains.
And you'll need me. And I'm no coward.
Shilling a day.
Give him the shilling and I'll do it for nothing. And I'll walk off.
Thank you, Argaste, for your time. I'm sure we will provide great usefulness to your party as we travel across the mountains.
We'll leave at first light.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those that survive the night.
Yeah. Okay. Right. The main thing is, who was John giving the shilling to?
I assumed it was Parker because Parker.
Who got the lowest?
Who got the lowest?
Well, it was being you, John.
The night was on 2.
2 talent a day, whatever that is.
The night was on good money,
Night was on 2. The medic.
I'm just glad to go.
Well,
and I'm on 5 shillings.
on 5 shillings.
Yeah, we'll be the wizard then.
Have my 1 shilling.
I love it. I fucking need it. Wizard supplies aren't cheap. Just like arrows.
Wizard supplies aren't cheap. You know how many armor-piercing arrows you can get for 5 shillings?
Not a lot.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But you only need 1.
Oh, I can get that. Oh,
I'm only going to be out of firewood a day. Sorry, mate, you're out your tally.
Yeah.
Do this? No. Okay. You get back, you find that Carla's going, Bartolom's going, Orland's going, and Kravek is also going.
Okay.
Good.
Being as we know them reasonably well, I say reasonably well, we know them slightly more than the other people who we've been assigned to. We might as well stick with them. And
Yeah, you know, out of Augusto's group, you know Telek, and you know Ludo. He's got
Ludo.
a couple of others in his group. You might have seen them, but you haven't actually met them to talk to as such.
I guess we get some sleep.
Aye.
Venture too far away from Bartolom because he's got that sunstone.
Get back to the camp. The dog comes up to, dog sniffs you, Parker. Even though it's been with you all the way, it's still get back to the camp. Nick sits down. As soon as Nick sits down, the dog comes over and sniffs you and then goes back.
Scritch him behind the ear. Ah! Ah!
Doesn't normally do that. It's very nice to humans.
Cold night. cold night, and it wasn't snowing, but there was definitely a chill in the air. So next morning, sun up, his caravans start moving off.
Let's go.
6 caravans in his group.
Maybe the walk will warm us up a bit. That's something I got.
Yeah.
Trudge forward.
Barge forward.
Trudge.
Oh, I think barge. I'm like, who the fuck are you barging through, matey? Right. Lots of wooded hills and shallow canyons, but the sun is shining. So obviously the boy up there is with you.
The boy up there. Prios, the sun god.
Oh, yeah.
mate. The lad. He's a geezer.
Yeah, you know, he's all right, isn't he? You know, only the one god. We won't mention the others because that's heresy, apparently.
Well, yeah. Bracing. Yes, that's what it is. I'm sure it's character building or some nonsense.
How long have we been marching? Probably feels like forever, doesn't it? Probably.
Yeah, but before this, about a week and a half.
All right.
Before you started into the mountains. The mountains itself should only be 3 or 4 days, hopefully. If the snow hits, you will not get through that high pass. But, you know, Augusto seems to like know what he's doing. His caravan's trundling along, you know, 6 wagon loads with the people either sitting on the wagons or mooching along with them. And you lot.
Oh, I'll definitely try and sit on a wagon if there's a bit of space. I'll try and squeeze a bum cheek on there and just like hover a little bit if I can.
Someone ties him to one of the wheels.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, you can sort of grab a seat or just hold on to the side for a bit every now and again. You know, it's not.
then like after that half an hour, I'll get really cold and be like, oh no, I'll get on and walk along for a bit.
Yeah. So you've got plenty of time to yourself for the day, just stomping along. You know, this is as far north of as any of you have ever been. You know, you can see the mountains. You know, like, ooh, you know, beyond those mountains, new lands, new kingdom,
New opportunity.
and
I'll keep to the edge so that I'm, you know, the edge of the track, so that I'm keeping an eye out for anything outside, game or otherwise. And yeah, I'll keep my bow fairly close to hand.
I'll keep half an eye out just in case I can see like a team route or Siflower or something like that. But oh, I need that for my potions and whatnot.
well, you know, you can do a roll for that, Parky, can't you?
I can, yeah. Cunning. Well, that's I can do cunning.
So if you do that, you can find enough little bits to actually make one of those potions.
I'll just be keeping an. How often can I do this? Do you know?
Today, I believe. I shall just check.
Annoyingly, I'm going to end up stabbing myself in the leg, but I think it says once per adventure, which I think is ridiculous.
Once for adventure.
Adventure.
That seems really not.
That is some adventures like this one where you're going to spend 3 weeks walking through the mountain, and there's other adventures where you're going to be in a city all day. So you can't really work it. You wouldn't have thought.
Where is it? It's herbalism, isn't it? No, it's not. It's
It depends on how much travelling you do, surely.
Well, we'll see. If only we had an individual who could overrule the rule book and just make a decision that makes more common sense.
Shut the fuck up.
I imagine, yeah, as long as there's a reasonable point where you can do it, I think
No,
that would.
It doesn't say actually in my listing, so you can do it once a day as far as I'm concerned.
That's it.
But I am going to give you a modifier
Because it's bloody snowy.
because it's not snowy yet, not yet, but you are like up in mountains. So I'm going to give you, and the highest I can ever give you for a modifier is about a -2. So I'm only going to give you a -1.
Okay. Cunning. It is cold, and there's some grass, but that's just normal grass. That's not gonna.
Oh, it's grass. Oh.
It's grass. That's a pink flower, but it's the wrong kind of pink. There's a mushroom. No, wrong kind of mushroom.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. You don't find anything that's of use. Well, there might be, because, you know, obviously if you're an adept or master, obviously some of these grasses might be the sort of grass you want for the potions, but you wouldn't know because you're only a novice with making tea.
Although, and also people have been travelling up here, as you say, for years, so it's going to be pretty barren.
Yeah.
Yes, all the nice little. You doubt they're all going to go. Oh, I'll only take some of it because we want to leave the rest of it to grow for the next people who pass by. So,
nah, nice.
Gather responsibly.
Usually, someone should have put a sign up saying that. Should
Please gather responsibly.
please don't take all of the herb.
Take out the photographs. Leave only footprints.
Yeah. Right. As dusk falls, time to camp. Wagons are formed into a circle, and a couple of little fires are made inside.
I'll do a wandering, you know, before it gets dark. Although I can still work in the dark to some degree, but I'll do a wandering before it gets, you know, as soon as we got an indication of where camp will be. I'll go and have a forage and see if I can find anything living.
Okay, give me a vigilant roll, Nick.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, a couple of hill bunnies or something. You know, nothing amazing, but it's better than nothing. Get back to camp, and you could find the way back to camp blindfolded, mate, because something is smelling really good. Because you're with the decent merchant who's got decent stuff, and there is meat being cooked.
Well, to be honest, if he doesn't want the rabbits, I've got a small dog who will be fucking happy for a rabbit, so I don't mind. But you know, and also I'm not really into skinning, but I would imagine the fur would be quite useful. You turn it inside out and you make glove. Enough rabbits, and you know, hey.
Just imagine Carla just going. He hasn't got bushcraft, you know. How come us barbarians know bushcraft, but these so-called civilized folk don't understand bushcraft? She does sort of, you know, I might have to teach you, someone's gonna have to teach you Ambrian's bushcraft.
I've got a bit of it. My dad taught me a bit of it. I know the best bit of deer to eat raw.
Deer. Yeah, but we can survive. We know we have skills that allow us to feed and water ourselves each day without having to go hunting.
I like hunting. I enjoy going hunting. It's, to be honest, it's the only thing I'm really good at. So I hunt, therefore, you know. In fact, to quote Metallica, I hunt, therefore I am. So I understand the meaning. Yeah, you could forage, but I like hunting. And okay, it's a bit hard on the small animals, but there's more of them than there are of me, and they'll survive.
Are you going to be going anywhere near Dakavar Forest?
I don't really know, to be honest. I had a real purpose in life, and it's all done now, and it's all like a new chapter, and it's all, I don't know. So this seemed like a good idea, and somebody said you want to come, and it sounded like a good idea, so I came, and I'm just cracking on, really. I like looking into new areas and stuff, and I'm quite happy to be moving on because I didn't like it back there.
Because all you Ambrians are all heading into the forest to steal everything. Oh, sorry, steal was a wrong word. You know, to get, you're taking lots of things from the forest.
Well, of course, they're finding out what is there, learning about our history and what's been there for millennia. I mean, surely that's a good thing that we are, you know, categorizing and researching all of these things rather than just leaving them as an unknown quantity out there in the woods.
The only trouble is you've got all your treasure hunters and your explorers, and we understand that's the way that you southern folk are. But what you're forgetting is that forest is a living thing. Anything you do in that forest, it makes a difference.
But it's also pretty dangerous, isn't it? So that the cycle will be maintained, as it were, because there will be people taking things out of the forest, but there will also be people putting things into the forest, i.e. their corpses.
There's a grumble, and it's from Kravek, and he goes, "That's truer than you think." And he just goes back to sharpening his axe. He doesn't really do much. He will say the odd word and sharpen his axe a lot.
Yeah, no, that's me. Do that. Repair arrows.
He over sharpens it.
You do find yourselves, you're sort of sitting there doing your arrows, and he's sitting there doing his axe, and you're both sort of sitting there next to each other and
Companionship.
And at some point, Orlan will come over to you, Steve, as sitting there by the fire, and now he's walking around. He's just got the cloak part of his ragged stuff on, but he's still got the armor. And he's like, "And what's your story, friend?"
I am here to serve. I go in look of courage and service as best I can. There's not much more to it than that.
Then may I ask a question?
Yep.
How come you were one of the last to leave?
I'm often the last to leave. I'm never the first to be picked. Such is the way life is, I'm afraid. Someone's got to be last.
And what are your plans once you pass the mountains?
I would like to look back for wherever the Queen is, or the court, or wherever we're going to make a seat of power, and back in the service again.
And what do you know of the sellsword? And he kind of at John.
Oh, the farmer. He's very strong.
I know a mercenary. I see one.
He's not earning too well. He's not earning too well. Actually, he's not a mercenary because I saw him take his job for free.
Really?
I think there's more honour to him than may appear on the outward side. In fact, I think there's a lot of honour to him.
Interesting. He leans in, spits into the fire. Keep an eye on him, hey?
Okay.
And he walks off. Has anyone seen Bartolom since we struck camp?
Maybe he went for a toilet break. I don't know. Let's have a look. Is he about?
His bedroll and everything is laid out, but he's not there.
Oh God.
He must have gone to the trees. He's found somewhere to be.
Has he been missing for long?
Carla's like, I saw him walking off when we started to set camp. I haven't seen him since.
Which direction?
I think he headed over to the stream. Can you hear it? There's a stream just running.
I'll go and have a look and see if I can pick up any tracks.
Okay.
I bet we all better follow Carlo just in case.
I think we will, but not so close. Let him have his peace and quietly stalking up.
Can you give me, please, Nick, a vigilance roll? This is straight. There's no.
I'll go and modify it a bit. Yes, I made it by 12.
Wow, what did you roll?
3.
Ooh, yeah, you're like heading along. Yeah, there's some definite tracks, scuff marks that are leading towards the river. And just as you get there, because it's getting darker now, as you think the river's just there. Just as you get in there, someone you can see a shape running towards you.
String me bow. Somebody's going to be chasing him. If somebody's running, somebody's chasing him. And firstly, I don't know it's that guy. Something is running towards me, right? There's some.
Yeah, it's
I've got someone here.
It's gone. It's gone.
Well, he's quieter now.
He's running he's in a right state.
And it's definitely Bartholom.
Yeah.
What's chasing you?
What? It sort of stops. What? Nothing's chasing me. It's gone. It's been stolen.
Put me bow.
What do you think's been stolen? Yeah.
Someone's taken the sunstone.
I mean, it was on your person, wasn't it?
I know. we could camp. I thought, there's a river. I'm going to go wash the grime off me. And then I got out of the river and it's gone.
You dropped it in the river.
It was in my stuff on the riverside.
Okay, I'll go and have a look where he left his stuff and see if I can pick up any tracks there. Although it's getting dark now.
He left it in his stuff. What's wrong with him?
He's a mage.
The things that he finds important, he should tie around his neck.
Even your spoon.
Important things get tied around your neck. Oh, I see where this is going. Okay, give me a vigilant roll, Nick, with a -1.
I'm still doing them.
Okay, you can find where Bartolom had his stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there is another set of tracks that came in here.
Yep, you're right. Somebody went through your stuff. Let's see where we can follow where they went. It's not the best time to be tracking.
Let's keep you company, but we'll be behind you.
Well, what's the tracks like? Anything distinct? Are they boots? Are they what? Any idea, Carlo?
I'm not getting a lot here, to be honest. There's not. If it was snow, obviously it'd be a doddle. I've just got. There's a bit of broken grass there. Somebody's trodden there. I'm not getting a lot. I can really get a passage. I'm not.
No.
Bit of mud. If they go across a bit of mud or a bit of snow or something, yeah, lovely. But we'll follow them best we can.
Okay, give me another vigilant roll. Another roll, mate. Again at the -1.
Yep.
Okay. You think it heads down southwards along the river bank, but you only get like 5 or 6 feet, and then light is fading fast. And
I can work to some degree in the dark, but I can't follow tracks in the dark. I can't see in the dark. I can find my way around in the dark. For instance, camp is over there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something from camp, is it? This is something that's going out into the wilderness.
You would have thought, yeah. Which is interesting because
looking back at it, okay, this is where Bartolom put his stuff, but it looks these are his tracks where he came in and put his stuff. Hold on, there's that set of tracks that you found came in.
It came in, so somebody. Well, the interesting thing is then who's not in the camp now?
Does anyone give off any heat? Warm.
What you sitting there going,
but I would say they probably haven't had a chance to get back to the camp yet because they've gone down that way. So I think it might be worth to go back to the camp and see who's missing. Someone's missing.
Is that possible? Is there so many people that's impossible, or is it likely we could do it?
Well, it's the only thing I can think of. I mean, I can come back in the morning, but tracks will be difficult to pick up there.
What if they've been called away by these whispers that we've heard rumours about?
Carry on.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
We can't stand here.
That's what I would think. We go
Follow the
back.
track or go to the camp. Or some of us go back to the camp and see if we can spot.
Firstly, it's getting dark, which means I ain't going to be able to track as well. And secondly, it means it's more dangerous out here. I would recommend we go back to the camp. But why should there be somebody missing? What excuse would somebody have not to be here at the camp in the dark?
Oh, we could go back to the camp. Maybe someone will come back in, and we might notice someone missing.
That's true. If they come back in after we get there, then also, presumably Bartolom can find this. Does it have an aura or something? Is there some way you can find his stuff?
Some people do have witch sight. It's not something that is common even amongst wizards, but it is a thing that other people of magic can have. They can see auras and shadows and things like that.
I would go back.
He's not massively good at hiding it either. He did kind of whisper to us, "Look what I've got. We'll all be fine."
I'm thinking, yeah, he did tell everyone.
And presumably it's worth an awful lot if it's an artifact.
But theft is theft.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go back.
Let's go back.
Very dark out here. You don't realise, do you, until you're actually out in it,
Dark.
you know, away from the fire. Unpleasant.
I quite like, you know, I quite like the dark. It's quieter.
Yeah. All right. We were heading
We're
back
going-
to camp.
Yeah, going back to camp.
Okay, back to
Is it
camp.
when we go back to camp? Is there any guards posted? There must be pickets out, I assume.
No, what you've got is you've got the circle of wagons,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
stakes between the wagons. Other than that, there is a guard walking around now, but you didn't see him just then as you were walking back.
Oh, I just wonder if they might have seen who went from the camp, but.
It's hard to spot who's missing, but we'll.
Well, we
look
can
around.
tell Bartlon. I mean, he can. I mean, it's his bloody artifact. He's the one who wants it back the most. Basically, we'll you know, I'll tell him what I found. It looks like somebody came from the camp, went through your stuff, and then went away down the river.
He's just sitting on his bedroll. He looks completely distraught.
Okay.
Ah, right.
You don't understand the importance of that. If that's gone and it snows, not even praying to the sun god's going to save us.
Well, then we try and get it back. In which case, you want to find out who went out from the camp after you did and hasn't come back yet. And you know, it can be done.
All the master's faith in me is for nothing.
Look.
One thing I was meant to do was to just simply bring this one item.
Well, look, unless they've nicked it, if it does snow, we're going to know who's got it, ain't we? Unless they've run off somewhere else.
I'm having a look through camp. I'm trying to work out whether someone's missing. I'll go around and wander around the wagon trains and count heads and stuff and see if anything's obvious to me.
Okay.
I'll go and speak to the guard. I think I look like a guard. He'll be a guard. We can talk guard stuff, and then I will just say who's been out. The wizard's been out. Has anybody been out?
Okay.
Standing, put weight on your feet, doesn't it? Oh, that's standing all day. Yeah, I know, right? Ooh.
I can talk that. I can do that.
Okay. Steve, what are you doing?
I'll hang around and console the poor chap who's lost his thing.
It's crushed him. It really has.
Yeah, back up, Jack. Back up. All that sort of shit.
Man up. Go out.
Yeah, should have looked after it.
So he was here, right?
Oh.
Bartolom. He was with us, and he left at some point earlier on in the evening to go and have a wash.
Yeah.
Had we set up the camp before he did that?
Now, as the camp was being set up, once the wagons were starting to pull around, he's gone, oh.
That's made it more difficult.
Okay, Nick and John, vigilant rolls, please, at -1.
Yeah.
He's very vigilant, that Carlo, isn't he?
Well, he
Paid
is.
by 6.
I
Oh.
said it's what I do.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
you two both come back, look at each other, and sort of go, Keller is missing.
Keller. Who's Keller?
Keller
cook.
is he's another caravaneer, and he's best mates with Telek.
And Telek, although he's a known name to us, what's Telek do?
He's a caravaneer as well.
Cavani as well. All right. Oh, hell.
Well, if he's still missing, that means he's out with this thing. Perhaps he has become possessed by these whispers. Otherwise, he would just come. He'd do the long way round and come back. He'd be back by now.
Is Telek still here?
Yeah, Telek's still here.
Where's Keller?
Eh?
Keller, your mate. He's not in, is he?
It's not really my mate.
Well, associate.
So,
Hmm.
I speak to you, lot, but you're not my mates.
But he's not here.
Hmm?
He's not here.
No, you're right. He's not.
Perhaps you know where he might have gone.
Um, You got to excuse me. I've got to go do some work on that.
One moment. While we've still got you, I hate to be prying, but you know him well enough. You seem distracted by the fact that he's gone. You expecting him back anytime soon? You're not quite sure where he's been.
I don't know where he is. I've got work to do.
I'm going to grab him.
Oh!
Okay. I was going to keep an eye on him, but let's go for less subtle.
Less subtle.
We think he's done a very wrong thing. I don't think that you've done a wrong thing. So don't persuade that argument. Speak to the wizard and tell him what's going on.
Okay.
And I'll shove him to you.
You must understand that I am a wizard. If you lie to me, I will know. I will see within you, appreciate what is going on.
I'm looking scared.
We must know where Keller is.
Well, I don't know exactly where he is, but there's some. It's yeah. There's an old bandit camp. Bandit camp. An hour that way, I think. He was saying something about that. I don't know. I don't like the guy. Right? He just turns up and he's just, I don't know who he is really, but he said something about trying to prove himself again, and he was going on about something. He'd seen that the wizard had something and he wanted it. And he was going to take it to his master and prove himself. That's all I know. That's all I know, honestly.
Which direction?
That sounds bad.
He speaks the truth.
Wow.
Can we find this thing? This place?
Honesty, well, you will not be hurt this day. The fires will not burn you.
Okay. Thank you.
You may leave.
He runs off.
Okay.
He runs off and fucking jumps into one of the wagons.
I turn around and like, what?
I'm giving him some room. That was quite scary.
Yes, us wizards.
My powers are mighty.
I was afraid of you.
I believe things.
As well you should be.
I'm gullible.
Anyone with any reading of person skills is just like, I am a facade of Mahab. Underneath, I'm like, what the fuck happened? I can't believe I got away with it. Oh my god.
We need to leave the camp, but we should tell somebody we're leaving the camp because it might be more than 2 to 3 hours, and that's a thing rather than just a little thing.
Just go and tell our barbarian friends we're going out.
Well, also, if he's off to prove himself to a bandit camp, what's to say that they won't be along after a little while and attempt to deplete our caravan of its supplies?
Yeah, of course. If there are bandits, obviously that's bad news. So
we can have a look.
Yeah, Augusta won't be happy about it.
It's a good offence, as I'm sure some people say occasionally.
Don't understand that at all, but it's worth going and having a look, I think.
Aye. I'm still like, I can't believe that worked.
I'm getting ready. I'm making sure all the stuff is ready. My gear's ready. We're gonna go. So
the thing is, if we go now, it's dark.
Yeah, it is dark.
I can wander about in the dark, but I suspect you lot aren't very good at it.
No.
When we see their campfire.
Well, not if it's an hour's walk away, no. You've got to walk down a path next to a river. It'd be better to do it first thing in the morning.
So then we've got to convince Argasto that we aren't leaving in the morning. That's the issue we've got. Argasto's going to want to leave first thing.
Well, he is going to want to leave, but we're going to have to catch him up, aren't we? He can't dawdle because of the snows over the pass, but it's only an hour's walk. If we leave, just a bit before dawn, so we're on our way as light comes up.
Is it doable in the dark?
I don't think it'd
Wait
be
for the
safe.
dawn, then, won't we?
It's going over unknown terrain next to a river into a bandit camp in the dark. I mean, what sort of moon have we got, Straw? What sort of light is it?
Not brilliant, mate. Not brilliant.
I mean, as I said, I'd do it myself, but I don't know that you lot will be will be good out there.
If it's not doable, it's not doable. Wait till the dawn.
Somebody needs to tell the caravan master.
Oh, should we tell the caravan master? We're going to tell the caravan master that
We better tell the caravan.
we're going to strike out at dawn to recon the bandit camp.
Yeah.
And people should be on their guards in case they attack them.
In case they
know this land. They may well have secret paths to get here that we don't know.
Mm.
Ooh,
Can somebody talk to that other wizard about what he had and make sure he doesn't talk anymore? He needs to keep quiet regardless of what happens.
I'll discuss with him. Us wizards have a kinship.
I wish I was you. I thought you were my friends.
You must stay calm.
I'm calm. My master's gonna kill me. All that sort of stuff.
Won't kill you because we think we have a lead. We think we can find the sunstone. We
I'll be
believe
forever in your debt.
Yeah.
that is a good thing to hear. I mean, that is a. Of course, we are happy to help. We are more than happy to help. We're just now, as we speak, Gadaho is speaking to Augusto the merchant and making sure that we have time to leave in the morning, defeat these bandits, take the sunstone back, and replace it in your careful hands.
And so said the Conservative government, and the sunstone was never seen again.
Yes.
You want to what? You want to leave before the wagon leaves in the morning?
Yes, we were planning to go off at the dawn. We have heard news of a bandit camp nearby. It could be a threat to the convoy.
That's a good call. Very well. Then we will strike out an hour after dawn.
Oh, well, okay. Gives us a chance then.
And then we won't go full pace, obviously, because we're wagons and we're going uphill. But that should give you time to rejoin us.
Yeah, I figure if we march hard, we're going to be moving faster than the wagons, at least for a short period. You know, I mean, we don't want to do it for days, but
Know this: by the end of tomorrow, we should be camping at the start of the plateau. So that's where we will make camp if you don't manage to catch up. That's where we'll be, and that's the high pass. So hopefully, the weather holds just a little bit longer.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
And given that we're travelling along this pass,
Talking to Bartolom, matey.
I'm just thinking we are travelling along what is effectively a road. Like it's easy enough to follow. Oh, everyone goes this way. We're not just
Can't get lost.
No.
6 wagons.
I'd like to think I can track 6 wagons up a path.
Yeah.
Can you really?
I'd like to think so. This could be no. I've rolled a 20. Is that a good thing?
Roll 20. Oh bollocks!
A 20 is a good thing, right?
No, matey. In this game, the lower the better.
I appear to be in a cave. I don't know why.
What's happened?
If you roll a 1, right, that would normally be a lot of systems would then class that as a fumble. But then you roll again, and then if you succeed again, it's not a fumble. If you roll a fumble and then fail, then it's a fumble. Same for pluses. If you get a 20, it's not automatically a critical. You then roll again, and if you get the skill done correctly, bomb it, then it is a critical, and it's like extra damage and shit.
That's the wrong way round. A 20 will be a fumble, and a 1 will be a critical.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, we're working with him on it. We understood the idea.
The system, I'm like,
He nodded.
I've got to roll under, low, and then I don't get to roll dice. I'm like, I don't think I roll a dice. I've got some here just so I can go. But yeah,
You can roll dice, obviously. Feel free. Every now and again, roll some dice.
Does that mean you never hurt us because you don't roll damage?
hey,
Right.
We heard ourselves.
no, you'll be killing yourselves because even if we want to get into a fight, you roll to hit. Right, you do damage, blah 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 blah. But then when it's the monster's turn, instead of me rolling, you roll your defense, modified by whatever the attack value is on the beasties. If they hit you, or when you hit something, you roll a dice for your damage. These NPCs don't; they have a fixed number. Then you roll for your armor and everything, and then you take your toughness off and stuff like that. So trust me, we will be doing fights soon, and we will see just how deadly they are.
Mm.
So, Nick, Parker, run away! John,
Don't worry.
get to the front, mate, because you've
I'm
got
fully intending to.
Lad.
As I said, I looked at John's character sheet. I'm like, 20? How the fucking living God have you got?
But
20? And then, I've got feat of strength. That's not even in the rule book. What's that? Oh, it's in the advanced players book.
yeah, I stuck that in. But I can still get shot at.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it depends.
it's on your ass because your pain threshold doesn't take that into consideration. It's still the same.
Mm.
I'm not under no illusion.
Smart ass, 28 points, fucking knocking him down a peg or three, I can tell you. Right.
I was looking at that when I was doing character stuff. I was like, it's half your, what is it? No, it's your strength. I'm like, but my strength is 5. Oh no, minimum of 10. Oh, minimum of 10. Okay. I'm not instantly dead every time someone breathes on me then. That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny. Like when Parker has an arm wrestle with someone, he's giving them a +5 bonus.
Yay.
So if they're already on 15, if they've got a strength of 15, they're on a +5 bonus. Going against Parker, bosh. Bosh.
Mm.
Not very nice.
I just want to get to a point where
The joys of having a dump stat. Yeah.
he has to try and hold the door closed.
Hold the door.
Okay, next morning then.
Right, get up early in the morning.
Yep.
Yep.
Dog is like scampering around in circles around you because he's excited. He's something's up, and she knows it. Sniffs Parker when Parker wakes up.
No, I always smell like that. It's fine.
Pisses on him. Oh, sorry. Right.
I always smell like that. It's fine.
I'm used to it. So, what's the plan?
Well, we'll go back to where we were, pick up that trail, and plod down the river.
Okay. So, let's have another vigilant roll, please, Nick.
It does make sense that it would be down the river because they want a supply of water, wouldn't they?
Yep, still good.
Okay, this time you've managed to find the track, and you're like, there's a very small attempt at trying to walk carefully.
Yeah, you see what he's done is
brilliant.
he's down here, yeah, and he's just he's tried, but I might need better.
Still can't see it.
So
Man, the greatest game of all.
Okay, so
better than normal people.
another roll, please, Nick.
I only hunt people who've had things happen to them. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, just there, you can see that stone has been moved. That pebble.
Yeah.
It wasn't there originally, was it? It was there, and then everyone's like,
It's just moved. Yeah.
and then where you've gone through this area of trees and looks like the path is sort of branching out at the end. Give me one more roll, Nick. But this, my dear, is at a -3.
You really don't want me to get this one, do you? Sadly, I rolled a 2 on that one, mate. So I'm suspecting I got it at minus whatever you like.
Dum dum.
Oh no, I'm not sure I'm going to do hand signal.
No, but you'd be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I don't want to go down the whole hand signal way.
You're looking at the end of the path where it just about branches out into this clearing. There is a fucking bear trap and set up.
Oh, look.
And
Ooh,
this
nice.
is like, what?
No, don't walk in that. That's interesting. Oh no, it's worth. No, I suppose we
Before you
should.
can give me vigilant rolls at -3, please.
Can't.
Oh, excellent. Oh, I don't know what dice to use. Vigilant, -3.
D20.
D20.
No, which one to use?
Oh, ones.
Want your low ones.
No, I failed it. No
I
idea.
failed.
The knight and the warrior are both like, and the wizard's like, is that it? And yeah. You
That
can,
thing that's like a shiny rock with spiky bits on it.
Hmm.
Oh dear. Right. Well, we'll step around that, shall we?
Yeah.
Is it on the path?
Can we,
As in,
can we,
or is it like a hunting thing?
it's had a little bit of a scrape of the surface of the path been moved and it's been put down and vaguely covered.
I think we should drop a rock on it. I mean, as long as it's not going to make too much noise. I'll have a look and see whether there's anything attached to it, so there's not a trigger. But I don't like the idea of leaving that open.
I'll get a rock or boulder.
Okay. Yeah, boulder. You can't see it connected to anything. There's no chain or anything. Drop the boulder in. Clang! And you're like,
Oh.
ooh.
Mm.
And once you're around that, the area opens out. Let me just see if this is gonna work.
Thinking this might be a better place for you to look for your herbs as well, because it's sort of a bit of open grassland.
Yeah.
But
Maybe once I don't know if we'll have enough time to have a proper rummage around once we gain the sun's possession.
So this is what you see. And you guys are here. Oops, hold on. Where's my pen gone?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And nice red color. Thank you. Go away. You guys are currently here.
Uh-huh.
What you see is river, trees, and what appears to be an old one of these, which is a watermill.
Mm. What's the brown thing by the water that looks like I don't know, some brown round thing?
That's the watermill.
That's the watermill.
Oh, that's the watermill from above. I was going to say that's the watermill here. Right, okay.
Oh, you silly sod.
Right. Plan view.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
Well,
That's,
a large open area
I know. It's a
No,
lot of
work
open
that bit
ground.
out.
between us and the thing where they're looking at us from, potentially. That is not great. Can we see any windows in this watermill? Is there an obvious...
A lot of the top floor has lots of broken cracks, etc. So there could be areas to be seen out of.
Still quite early, isn't it?
Yep.
It is quite early. I would suggest you know, I mean, I can cover from here, I think.
Head over.
Yeah.
I'm tucking my pendant tight into my gear so it doesn't fall off, Straw.
Have you got
and
a
then
pendant around your neck as well?
No, and then I'm gonna go and grip my pike and move forward.
Okay, so let's just remove
I'll
that.
find a position by a tree then.
He's very reckless. You should hold on there, warrior.
You're staying in this area, Nick?
Yeah, I'm basically I'm aiming to have a covering fire on this. So if somebody leans out to shoot at John, then I will shoot at them.
Well, we should all go as one, not John on his own.
Well, he's already started going.
I know. That is the trouble. That's probably why he's a young warrior.
I just thought this way I can cover those. So if anyone does look at fire, I'll shoot them, and then I'll jog up when you're
Let's
up.
go for initiatives then. So we're on. What's your quicknesses, gentlemen?
14.
John, Steve.
I'm going to go with me vigilance, which is 15.
Yeah, because you're allowed to. Steve, 14. John, you were on
13.
13. Parker.
7.
He's slow. He's slow, that wizard. Isn't he?
Right, so this is we're going into an initiative rounds now. Now, normally, when it gets to your turn, you can hold your action if you want to. Okay, so Nick, you first.
I am standing by the side of one of the trees, and I'm basically going to now start aiming at the water tower.
Okay, so you're still there holding your aim. Then it would be Steve and John.
Well, let's go then.
I'm not running because there's no point. That will make lots of noise. But I'm moving forward.
Yeah.
In a false march, sort of like
That's a bit of a shuffle.
you don't you're an attack march.
Shield up.
Forward.
So is that the same for you, Steve?
Yes, yeah. Let's get close to the ground as quick as we can.
Both of you two can get to there in this action.
All right.
Parker?
I'm going to be, assuming that they're walking side by side, I'm going to be kind of behind them,
You're that tiny little dot.
Yeah.
You're using them as a shield.
I mean...
Yes,
you know.
aren't you? Okay. At that point, there is a thunk as a crossbow is fired at you. Nick, you get to... No, that'd be next turn because you've had your action. You're aiming. Oh, no, because what you could have done is held your action.
Overwatch.
Well, no, it doesn't matter because he's going to shoot, isn't he? But I should be the first at the beginning of the next round, so I'll shoot him at the beginning of next round.
Okay,
I
so
wouldn't have seen him until he fired. So
right, so we're going to need to work out who it hits. Oh, I'm going to roll a dice for this. Fuck you all.
Dice rolling.
yes, that's a good point. How otherwise are you going to work out who it hits?
Yeah. So, well, that's the wrong dice. I need something a bit.
If in doubt, it's always the wizard.
Yeah, I know. It miraculously goes just between your two shields.
It's going to be 1 to 3, John, 4, 5, Steve, and 6, Parker. 5.
Ha.
So, what you have to do, Steve, is
Yep.
do a defense roll
Yep.
at, what's my cunning, 0. So you are just a straightforward defense roll, mate.
I made it.
Right, you go. Dun, dun, dun. You hear, you've heard that sound so many times before. That's a fucking crossbow's been fired, and just automatically bring your shield up. Boom! Crossbow thuds into the shield.
I thought you automatically ducked. Crossbow passes over your head.
To the wizards.
Oh. Okay, so
They're firing.
Nick,
Have I got to target them?
no, you saw someone just quickly lean out
Mm-hmm.
and then duck back in.
Okay, in that case, I'll hold and I'll wait for them to do it again.
Okay, Steve, John.
Storm towards the nearest door.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, your action can get you to the door. Parker,
I'll be with them.
you're with them.
Wander off on my own. I'm not a nutter.
Oh, damn, I'll come running back.
So I was going to drop my shoulder.
You'll see those 3, Nick, disappear round the side of the building. You can't come in. Go away. Go away. You're not. No.
Jane?
Oh, hello. Oh, Sandy, can you pass me a beverage, darling? You'll regret this. You'll regret this if you come in here. You will. You'll regret it.
Does that sound like Keller, who we might have heard before, or is that a different voice?
It's Keller. Nick, you can vaguely hear shouting.
Okay. I will basically pull the arrow down and walk over towards them while still keeping an eye out. And I'll also look 360, you know, while I'm walking, as I do generally. Me and the dog will approach, but cautiously looking around. So I am.
You're going to smash the door in, John?
Yeah, I'm shoulder barging the door.
Nick, you'll get to there.
Yeah, that's fine.
John shoulder barges the door. Give me a strength roll.
I was going to say I wanted to watch this because I heard he's strong.
Yeah, give us a strength roll, John.
I rolled a 2.
That's a hell of a barge.
Lovely. The door just explodes into splinters. So down here,
He's strong.
this door it is now just fucking bits. So you've got John, Steve, and Parker wearing a dress. Nick's still over there. So that's what's happened. He's just shoulder barged the door. The door is exploding into fucking bits.
We need Carlo, really, in case there's an archer at the top.
He's gonna get you. No, if you hurt me, he'll get you. He will. Just leave me alone. Just go away.
Give us the sunstone back, and we might let you live.
The what? The what? I don't have anything.
Don't make me use my wizard's power upon you.
He's off again.
No. Shan't.
Oh, give it to us.
No. Don't want to.
Who are we supposed to be scared of anyway? You? Don't see anyone else around here.
Mal Rogan, when he turns up, even death couldn't beat him. He'll kill you all. He will. He will. Unless you let me go.
Just get the stone back off of him.
Oh, but when's Mal Vogan coming?
Anytime soon, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, probably in the next year. Just get the stone back off him. I mean, he's not going to come back to the caravan, is he? I don't know whether you want to do anything else with him, but we need the stone, don't we?
Well, has he got the stone? Where's
So he's upstairs. Is he? He's up there.
He's up there with his crossbow.
Yep. Which you can hear him desperately trying to reload.
Yeah, where's Carlo? You can cover him.
I am here, but well, I'm coming along. But I mean, aren't you going to charge up there and get him?
I was looking at the man with the shield. All right, I'm leaning up my pike
again.
Hold on.
I'm looking at I'm leaning up my pike on the side, and I'm taking my crow's peak.
You youngsters are too
from my back.
Yeah. You're what? What's he taking out?
Crow's beak. It's a club thingy with a spiky fucking nasty piece.
You youngsters are too what's the word? I think the word go off too fast. The word is
where we are. We actually see him up the thing.
Yeah. I'll go up with the shield.
Well, I don't know. I figure there's like 3 people in front of me. I'm not sure.
No.
I can get a shot. I'll have a shot.
I'll go up with the shield, but Carlo can cover me from the bottom in case he tries to look over the top. Yeah.
Yeah. I can do that.
So we'll wait until your arrival, then start going up.
Okay, fine. I'm covering him. If he looks like firing the crossbow, he's going to get. You're getting good at this, Joel.
I'm using a pen, mate. A pen and a pad.
Oh, that's good. That
can't do it with a fucking mouse. Right. So Steve's going up.
That's excellent.
Archer boy. Let's just change.
I don't like the way all I can see on that is thick.
Archer boy comes here with his bow.
Yep.
And the others are there. And yes, indeed, this bloke will take a shot.
Okay, as he leans over, shoot.
Okay. So, Steve, can you give me, please, a defense roll at
dice ready.
fire? He is on. What's his skills has he got? Abilities, none. So that's he's got an accuracy of 0. So just a straightforward defense roll, please, mate.
No modifier for being on a, you know.
Oh, go on then, -1.
Yeah, seems fair, doesn't it? Oh, 2. I think that's pretty
defensive.
It should have been -2 because he's higher than you are. I keep forgetting about that advantage.
That's fair enough. Made it anyway.
Shield going up again. Another arrow thuds into it. Nick,
I'm going to give you a shot.
You are at +2.
I was going to say I made it a -3, so yes, that's it. Him.
Ooh.
Oh, where's it hit him? Oh, in the gut. Right, roll your damage, please.
My damage is 7.
7. Got to take off my armor, which is 2. That's 5 points of damage. His pain threshold is 5, so he is knocked down. And he's clutching his guts, crying like a girl.
That should make it a bit easier for me boy to get up the ladder.
Yeah, I think I'll get up there then.
Yep. Steve, you're now at the top of the ladder.
Yeah, I'll kick his crossbow out of the way if I see it.
Yep, no worries.
What
are the rest of you doing?
Make sure we're staying out of the ladder in case he pulls him down and just like, right, whoop, whoop, down you go.
I've picked
the crossbow down.
I've picked up the pike again, and I'm actually standing outside because I think that he said there might be people turning up. So I'm going to just do a little bit of sentry outside.
Okay, so where are you going, John? Just outside?
Yeah, I just want to be outside just in case we don't get snuck up on. That's all.
Okay, so you are there. Parker and Nick, what are you doing?
Once Steve's in control of the situation, I also will join Marvello and go and stand outside and have a look round.
Okay. Parker?
We're keeping an eye on Gadaho, making sure that he doesn't get he's got the upper hand now, but I don't want this Keller to turn the tables on him.
Okay, well, I said Keller is laying there with a crossbow bolt in his gut, crying at the moment. So...
I'm feeling fairly confident on this one.
I think Gadaho's in control here.
But you never know.
So what are you doing, Steve?
Where is the pendant? Has he got any obvious weapons?
The crossbow, which you've kicked off the ledge downstairs, and he's got a dagger in his belt.
I'll take the dagger. Take the dagger before I start searching him.
Okay. Take the dagger and start searching him. Parker, are you doing anything?
I'm just keep having a little look around down here to see if he's got a pile of stuff or if this looks like a temporary camp of some kind, that kind of thing.
There's a crossbow on the floor. Nick and
John.
John, can you give me vigilant rolls, please, at no modifier?
Made it by 1.
Yep, made it.
Okay. Doesn't matter how many you make it by. What
No?
you
Okay.
here is noise and movement from down this way.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'll just call in quietly to Vandro. Said, get him to move it along. We want to get out of him.
Do we? We can ambush these lot.
So that's your action, Nick. Steve.
Searching for this pendant.
All right. You start rutting through and you find it inside his top. Pull it out. There it is. And he's still screaming like a bitch. John.
Well, I'm probably bracing myself in the doorway, I think. I'll move to the doorway. Give myself some cover.
Right, yo. And Parker.
Try and keep him quiet.
Shut him up! Oh. Okay. It's there on. Okay. Just put the number down for them. So, new round. Nick.
I've got an arrow knocked and I've got it hold down. I'm not pointing at them because I don't know they're hostile, but I've got an arrow knocked and pointing down, and I'm looking at where they are, and I'm sort of a bit of shelter of the tower, so I'm looking to see what's going on. I'm ready for.
Okay.
Ready for
what you
shooting.
see is the 4 at the front look like just typical ruffians. You know, they're all carrying crossbows though, because they can hear screaming coming from the tower.
Yeah.
They are sort of now taking a kind of crossbow walking forward pose. The one behind them, however, does look a bit different. You can't put your finger on what it is at the moment because of the distance and early morning, stuff like that. Just checking that. Okay. So that's you done. Steve.
I better come back down the ladder because it's all happening at the bottom.
All right. You slide down the ladder. Oh, just leaving me, you bastard. When Malcolm Drogon turns up, I hope he stabs you in the eyes.
We'll deal with him later.
If he hasn't bled to death.
Well,
John.
Well, I'm waiting. They've got 4 crossbows. I'm waiting till I feel like they're close enough before I can really do something.
You're hiding in the door.
I'm not hiding. I'm looking aggressive. I'm standing. I've got my stance. I've got my pikeman stance ready for them. They definitely look like I'm ready for combat.
Okay. Them. Well, they will go move to there for that lot, and he will go to there. Okay, that's their actions, and they are now sort of crouching, creeping, sort of they're ready. So new round, Nick.
Basically, I've ducked back down behind the tower, and I'm not having 4 crossbows. I'm pointing crossbows at me from about 20 yards. Thank you very much.
Or do you go up top of the tower? Always.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go up top of the tower.
Overwatch.
So you're going back into the building, Nick.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that turn, your action will get you to about there.
Okay.
Okay. Steve.
Nick is down the ground.
I think I'm going to stay in the tower for a moment. We need him to get closer, don't we?
So you're there.
We can't go over that river.
So you're staying in the doorway?
Just back in cover.
Yeah.
I think, John, you should back up as well. Make them come to us.
John?
Get a cup of tea.
That would be a rational thing to do, but I'm going to stand in the middle of the bridge.
He's impetuous.
He's a hero. Oh, not for a hero to the end of the night.
This would be nice if all 4 of them didn't have crossbows.
Yeah, I know. He's going to get us killed.
Oopsie. So John goes to there, and it's then their actions. The 2 at the front go, boom. So John, you are rolling me defense roll, please, at -3.
Dear.
What's defense on?
Defense is on your quickness plus any other.
I made it.
Oh dear.
How many you want me to roll?
Just the 2, mate.
Oh, 15. I failed the second one.
So the first one thunks off your armor or whatever. The second one hits you. The damage for that is 5.
Oof.
So use your armor first.
So D8. All right. 6.
Right, so
Aha.
it's just sort of hanging in your armor.
What core?
It's,
I like this system.
it's still a FUD though, isn't it? It's still.
Yeah, you're like, poof, whoa, hello, the little shit just shot me. And then it goes to Parky.
I'm going to go.
Fireball!
Annoyingly, not a ball of fire. It doesn't explode and hit all of them. But I am going to go around the south of the building as they're moving north, like moving up the river.
Come in this way.
Yeah, I'm going around that way.
So this guy can see you.
Well, yeah, but then I'll throw a. There will be the whiff of brimstone. I shall mutter under my breath and throw something forward as a great gout of flame pours from my hand to burn him. Burn him!
What's the range of your spell, mate?
5 feet.
Whatever spell range is.
It's pipe tobacco distance, isn't it?
There's no range on it, is there?
Almighty spell of blasting anyone who's really close.
I'm having a look now.
Is that in the main rule book, Parky?
Should be, yeah. I think it's just going to be under. Yeah, it doesn't say under the spell, so I'm guessing it's going to be
5 foot.
Oh, if it doesn't say under the spell, I'll make it fucking up, matey. But I have to just check.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it. Ranges. It says the materially.
Power.
Fine, I've got that.
Where is it? What is it? Brimstone Cascade.
Against a target.
No, there's no. It doesn't say, so I'm just going to let you do it.
Right.
Right.
On my resolute minus is quick.
His quickness is -1.
-1. Okay, so that's going to be on it. Ooh, yeah, -1. Made it with a 14 because my resolute is 15. So it's going to be D12 points of damage.
Whoa.
That's going to be a big 8.
That's good.
8. Right. Let me check for my armor. Armor. 8, you say? -4 will be 4 points of damage on him. And as he kind of staggers back from that, that's when you notice something. In one hand, he's holding this great big spiked club.
Oh.
His other arm, like the forearm of it, is hanging on a cord around his neck.
He comes from the same family as him.
Yeah.
It's important to him. That's my right arm, my left arm. I need that.
Not related, is he?
And his action, because I forgot about his action, will be.
I'll take 2 points of temporary corruption, which is.
Oh.
Going to do that. Where's that? Beep, 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 beep. There, he's going to do that. Right. He starts looking at you, Parky. Still holding his face, but he's like, it's all the eyes. All the eyes are going a bit weird and wonderful. So it's a.
Oh, he's a fucking sorcerer or some bullshit, isn't he?
You've upset him.
So that works. It's an ongoing effect until I fail a resolute test. So he's cursed you, my boy. So until I fail it, or he's wounded, etc., you have to roll twice for every time you do an ability.
Ah.
What?
Just shitty little thing. And if you fail it once,
The best one.
yeah, you got to fail it once. You get 2 chances to fail everything. So he's like, I curse thee! Ah!
Oh dear.
Oh yeah. Back to you, Nick.
I'm going up the ladder and I'm basically looking for a wind of opportunity out to look out, but that will be my turn this turn, going up the ladder. Oh, and I'm saying to Keller to shut up. stop whinging, or I'll stand on you.
Okay, you're at the top. That's one action, mate. You can still do another action.
Well, as I said, I don't think I'm going to get to fire, so I'm basically looking for a firing port.
Oh, you can still fire.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'll shoot
You
one
have
of the
got shouting
crossbowmen.
boy still.
I'll shoot a crossbowman.
Because you get to move and do an action.
Okay, I'm going to shoot a crossbowman. I'm going to attempt to shoot a crossbowman, and I've actually missed.
Oh!
Those misses out of the way.
And I didn't even give you your modifier, which was a 0.
Well, unless my modifier was +1, I've missed.
Actually, its defense is +2.
So I add that. So rather than rolling a 15, I need to roll a 17. Bingo! I've hit. Then I rolled a 16.
They're just not very. They're not very dodgy and everything because they're wearing their
Okay.
armor.
Oh, okay, I've hit. Then I rolled a 16. So I've hit. Ooh. That's 9 points of damage.
Ow.
Oh,
Bandit. Bandit. You can't stand it with Bandit. How many did you say?
9.
9. That's 7 points of damage through. He is knocked down for the moment. And he's not a happy bunny. So, yeah.
Shoot crossbows at my mate.
Fucking right in his shoulder joint. He hits the fucking floor screaming. Ouch.
What a fluke.
That
was a fluke.
Steve.
I'm going to have to charge out to join John.
Here I come to save the day. Okay, so you run around to these. See, he's got a quarrel stuck in his armor.
The marvelous Marvello.
Marvelous indeed. He doesn't appear to be bleeding or anything, so that's okay. John?
Are they standing still and reloading, or are they still moving forward?
The two at the front. The first one is reloading. The other one is just been hit with an arrow. But these two are, the other two are still coming forward. You think?
I think while the knight's charging to the bridge, I'm moving from the bridge and charging at the men. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. That will put you in combat with one of them.
He is impetuous.
He will learn.
Or he'll die.
So your first action will be moving. Your second action will be to actually fight as you've gone charging in there. So do your attack roll, and you are at +2 to hit.
Rolled a 3. So yeah.
So Bosch, you've hit him. Do your damage, please.
6.
6 points. That's 4 points of damage. Doesn't knock him down, but does sort of. You have hit him. Okie dokie. Back to me now. So that guy, John, will hit you.
Yep.
So you're doing a defense roll at -3.
2.
Nice, well done.
Good. I'm good.
Takes. Well, actually, they've got spears. Wow. So, where's my spear? Takes a lunge at you, which you just casually knock to one side. And then the other guy manages to reload, and the two others will shoot at Steve. So, Steve, can you do defense rolls, please? At no modifier.
Okay. First one makes it. Second one makes it. Shield up.
Boom, boom. Lovely. And the other chap, he's going to continue to do his on Parky. So can you do me a resolute test, Parker, at -3?
-3, and I'm rolling it twice, right?
Yeah.
Made the first one just. Failed the second one.
Nice. Still got you. He's like,
My mind.
okay, and then it's you, Parker.
Yeah, here I shall push through his dark magics and summon forth the fire of wizardry. Oh! But I'm rolling twice. Still hit. Oh, but I can't use the one because it was the less good one, right? I have to use. Boo. All right. But so that's going to be D12 damage.
What are you rolling against?
Well, I made Resolute at -3, which I was last time.
Yeah, yeah. So you've hit him again.
11 points of damage. Whoosh.
Do you have to roll your damage twice as well?
No.
No.
I think you do.
11.
No.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7. That's big hit. Again, these flames just rip around him. He's like, ah! Ah! And at that point, Parker, the spell he's using against you.
And the smell of brimstone is strong in the air and burning flesh.
He's staggering back, patting himself down. Not happy. Nick.
Okay, so the two guys, I will shoot at one of the guys who fired at Steve because I can't shoot at the ones in John's in combat with the others or near the others. So yeah, I'll shoot at one of the ones who fired at Steve.
Okay.
I'm actually precise.
Minus nothing, mate.
Yeah, I'm precise anyway, so I get +1 for that. And that's hit.
Okay, damage, please.
Yeah, no, it's here. Sorry. Sustenancing. And that will be, that's only 3 that time.
3. My armor is 2, so that's 1 point of damage. Sorry, 1 point of damage.
3 arrows I've got to go looking for.
That is the only problem with this system that I'm finding is like you're rolling 1 dice for damage. Yeah, it's a big dice, but you're still rolling those 1s and 2s.
Yep. Well, you have to get abilities, mate, to pump your magic damage up. Steve.
I'll charge and hit someone.
Incoming.
A little bit impetuous, isn't it?
Yeah, what was that about being impetuous? Okay.
Can't leave him on his own.
So Steve is going to be up against one of those front ones. So John's
really confusing in the middle now.
Nick, Steve's on that one, and then Nick's just shot that one, and that one's like, oh, hey. Go ahead, Steve. Roll your dice, mate, for attack, and you are at a minus nothing.
I got a 2, so I think that's going to hit him, isn't it? I'll do 1d10, don't I? My damage is a mighty. I call that a cock dice. It's not a 9. Oh, mighty 10.
Oh, ouch. 10, 9, 8. That's 8 points of damage. That one is dead.
That's the way to do it.
That was the one that was knocked down. He's just getting back up, going, right, it's okay, Fred, I'll help you. Oh, shit. As the light just fucking hacks off one of his arms. Okay, and John.
Is it -2? Like last time, it was different because he's got a spear.
No, you're on +2, mate.
+2, sorry. Oh, 5, yep.
The thing is with long weapons, is when a fight breaks out, if you've got a long weapon, you get free attack.
And 5 points damage.
5 points of damage, 3 points of damage, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage. Got a total of 10 points of damage. He's not looking well. Then it's me. Right, so one of the guys moves in to fight you, Steve.
Yep.
So you're at a test at -3.
-3. Oh, oh, 2.
Nice. Comes jabbing him with his spear. Quite happily get behind your shield. You're used to fighting like this. It's easy. John, the one on you, -3, mate.
Yes, 7.
Again, you're like, this is easy. And then one will attempt to take a shot up at you, Nick, but you're at +2 because you have advantage and he has no other modifier. Oh, yes, he does. -3. So -1 in total, Nick. No, -2 because you are in cover.
Duck, flinch. I flinch.
I flinch. Ooh. Okay. And
no, I do proper flinching.
The guy that was on fire, Parky.
Yeah.
Is no. Moving away. And it's your go, Poggy.
I shall stride, imbued with the power of wizardry, stride down, and as smoke bellows from underneath my clothing, and it's kind of moved around by the heat of the flame. And I shall send him back to his dark gods.
Are you moving down to about there? Yeah.
Yeah. And I shall unleash flame upon him. I'm -3. That does it. Doesn't do anything fancy with a 3, but still. 2 points of damage.
That's nothing with my armor.
You cook the marshmallow he was holding out in front of him.
He thanks you for it.
Good.
I'll take another 2 points of corruption.
Oh. What you want now, Parky?
6 out of 8.
Oh, a couple more, mate. A couple more.
I can't risk another one.
Do it. Do it. Okay. That's everyone gone. So it goes back to Nick.
I haven't got a target, have I?
There's one bloke out there still.
Okay, I'll shoot at him. Oh yeah, that's right, because he just shot at me. Yes, I have got a target. You're right. 16. Yes, that hits. That's 6 points of damage.
6. That's into one of the arms. 4 points of damage. That's 5 in total so far. Okay. Steve.
On hits. I don't know what the modifiers were, but
We'll hit in the next one then.
I got a 10. That must hit.
Yeah, that one.
Defense is +2, mate. So yeah.
Yeah, I whacked him for 10 for amount damage of 4 points of damage.
Oh, that'd be 2 points of damage through.
Because you killed your last one, didn't you? You're on
John.
1. I rolled a 1.
Okay, now roll again.
5.
Which is again still under, so that's a critical. So you're doing an extra D6 damage.
Yes. That should finish him off.
Hopefully.
4 points of damage.
How much?
Just 4.
4.
Both.
On
a D10 and a 6.
For a big bloke, he's very dainty with his hits.
And he's using the pole armor.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I hurt you? Sorry about that.
He's got a big pole arm as well, so he's sort of like.
I couldn't get.
Michael Caine.
There was a shield next to me.
Guy,
Got in the way.
Yes.
It's all right. He's dead. He's gone.
Wait, he's down.
Right, so that's back to me. Right, this chap down here.
That's the one dice.
And that just leaves 2 guys left in the fight. And the one that you've been shooting, Nick, is kind of trying to head that way.
Shoot me in the back.
Oh, don't you worry. He's got some of me fucking arrows in him. He's not going away.
No, don't
hit him.
I'm not running away, but give me my arrows back. Okay, so Nick.
I'm going to shoot the bloody one who's running away. I'm not having that fucker run away with my arrows in him. I mean, I realise this is only making it worse, but I'm relying on Steve running him down.
You got your attacking you, Store. I didn't kill the guy I was in front of.
Oh right, sorry, you're right, Steve. -3, mate, to your defence.
7, that'll do it.
Yeah, cool. Nick.
Yeah, that's hit.
Right, damage, please.
8.
How many?
8.
Whoa, no, I'm not getting paid for this. Starts running off, and your arrow, boom, straight in the back of the fucking head. The guy hits the floor, doesn't even tremble when he doesn't even back of the fucking head.
Nice.
Having him running away with my arrows.
Yeah, so this is you lot doing all this damage thing. I've done none on you.
Yeah.
I hope this does not get reversed too fucking sharpish, because you'll be in a world of trouble. Okay, and that leaves Steve against your one, mate.
Yep. I'll have a whack at him. 3. I think that's going to confidently hit him no matter what.
It is indeed.
With 6 points of damage.
Oh. Okay, he's really not looking good either. John?
Yep, I think so.
John's going to be forced to kill Steel off of Steve.
As long as they die, who cares?
Wow.
10 points of damage.
No, this isn't.
10 points of damage.
That's killed Stole off of him.
Oh, you've basically cut him in two.
Nice one.
You've done a little poxy stab on the first one. He's fallen down. You're still not fighting, and you just swing that halberd around like.
It's almost like you haven't got a clue what you're doing with it, but it works.
Get out of my way.
Has the great Mephisto finished off that other bloke yet?
Dead, 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 dead.
No, the other bloke's run away. The one he keeps firing the magic at.
We better chase after him, haven't we?
Nice. Once I move them off of the map, they've gone.
Gone.
In my action, basically, I stride downwards, keep going with my eyes full of incandescent rage, powered by wizardry, and then as I'm walking along, just about to cast again, I can hear Nick's little dog yapping. I'm like,
it's holding onto your wizard robe hem.
Yeah, and I'm like, take a couple of deep breaths and realise I'm getting a bit twitchy and a little bit. Yeah. I'm about my limit. Yeah. No more magic for a little while.
I'm stopping to the toilet. Carry on.
You say you're just probably also going to hear a scream from the top of the tower because I'm just going to recover my arrow.
Oh.
Because it just occurs to me this guy's got one of them as well. I want it back.
I'm still surprised no one just booted him off and down the ladder.
Well, I mean, there's all your options. That you
I think we should take him back to the camp.
I was thinking about standing on him, to be honest. But
I assume we were going to take him back to the camp and hand him over to Augusto, who is in charge.
No, I'm not gonna mercy kill him. I just want my arrow back.
He makes a decision on theft, I guess.
Yeah,
he's the closest person to being in charge.
Yeah, like I said, he might squeak a little bit when I pull it out.
But have we finished off all the bandits? Is there anything more we need to know about the bandit camp?
I think we should take this as a win.
Yeah, I just don't want to get back to find Augusto. What his name is, Augusto. His name says, "Well, what did you find out then?" So, "Oh, nothing. We just had a skirmish with them."
Well, we've killed most of them, and the leader's got away. But the leader's not going to be doing anything because he must be pretty scared because he was running away quickly.
Yeah, we'll report we had a skirmish with them. We killed 4 of them, and the leader has run away, badly wounded, singed. In fact, singed would be the word to use. Yeah.
What are we doing about stripping corpses, etc.?
Oh, whatever's your bent, really, I guess.
I don't know, really. I mean, I don't normally hunt people, so it's a new one on me. But it occurs to me that, we do need money, and people are where if they're not, things are worth money.
I mean, it does make sense to take things that aren't too heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't strip them of their armor or anything like that, but if they've got anything light, money or a small weapon of some kind.
I would have thought it was okay to take them. I mean, they're not going to need them anymore.
And we burn them or behead them?
They're not.
Well, you're scared they're turning into undead?
No, they're only human.
Well, no,
fact,
now
we don't know what I mean.
Yeah.
That was Mal Rogan. He did have some arcane power.
Farmers and their superstitions.
What's the mill like? Is it all wood or is it all made of stone, or can we set fire to the mill? I mean, is it something that could be set fire to, or is it?
It's a stone mill. Only the wood and the floors inside are wooden.
I wouldn't have thought there's a reason to do anything to desecrate the corpses. They're just humans. But I will do want my arrows back, so I'll go get my arrows back and see what we can do with them.
Okay.
The wounded guy at the top is still wounded. I will. Well, no, I won't bring him down.
Poor bastard! You horrible bunch of.
Well, actually, we'll probably better send Vandra up there because I'm not strong enough. I'm not strong enough to carry him down the ladder.
I'll see what I can do. So my hands are now kind of covered in soot.
Why are you on the way to becoming an abomination?
I'm not. It goes away after a little while. I just need a bit of time So you take a couple of deep breaths. I'm fine.
I'm a bit leery about this. This is a new experience on me. I've come across abominations, but I've never seen them being created.
I'm going to go up the ladder, and I'm going to bring this body down.
Right.
Oh, don't carry me like that. It hurts. Oh.
It's temporary. Every time you light a candle, you create a shadow. Think of it like that. It'll go away in a little while. I just have to be careful not to use my powers too often, is all.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your boss's base?
Have you gone invisible again, John?
Where's your boss's base?
Oh, invisible again, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh
God,
no!
in so much pain. And a bloody archer just ripped the damn arrow out.
The arrow out. I thought it was good for him.
Oh, I hope Briar's curses you all. Oh, me stomach.
We will ease the pain if you will answer our questions truthfully.
Very well.
Can you ease the pain there then, Vandro?
Can.
Do I want to is the question.
Can we tie this bloke up? Anything to tie him up with?
You can find a bit of rope in the old bit of rope in the mill. Yes, no problem.
Just tie his arms just in case.
I'll wash my hands in the river just to get all the soot off and everything, and that'll the coldness will kind of help me regain composure, and then I'll go up and have a little look at him.
End of a scene, Parky. End of a scene. Scene isn't over yet.
Right. I'll still be a bit twitchy then, but we'll see. All right. Let's have a look. Right. You seem to have taken a. Don't think it's hit any major organs. You're not. There's an
arrow bolt.
Hasn't hit your stomach. You're not no acid pouring out of.
Buddy, give me some medicine.
I'll catch him up a little bit, so I have to test against cunning. Yeah, cunning.
That's just a straight test, isn't it?
Yeah. Did it? I'm not wasting a whole magical herbal cure on him though, so I'll just give him back D4 hits. 3 hits. Gets 3 hits.
Oh, ow! Oh, I feel fine now. Hey, thank you. You patch him up. You know, you're right. You don't waste a.
Oh, Christ, no.
Not wasting a herbal cure on him, but I've got some chew this.
I'll hang him when we get back to the camp anyway.
Right. What was you going to tell us? Where's this bandit camp? And how many bandits are there?
Oh, there's no camp. They wander from place to place.
How many bandits?
Oh, I don't know.
No, that's not the right answer.
It's the only answer I've got. I was kicked out.
I may have to leave the room while someone sticks pins in you and tortures you. Yeah.
I don't know. I was trying to get back in with them.
So the 4 we've killed, there's going to be more out there.
I don't know if they're going to be out there, but he has more men.
A lot more men?
Yes. He's one of the big bandit forces in this part of the Titans, and I was going to rejoin them again.
What's his name?
Name?
Report that, can't we?
Mal Rogan.
What is he, a witch or a sorcerer or something?
An undead.
He's undead.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You seem fine hanging around working for an undead guy.
You're cavorting with undead.
He's a hero. He fought in the war. Admittedly, died in the war as well. But suddenly he's seen the look on your face, Nick, and he's like, "Oh, uh-oh."
I think we just have to report back to Augusto, I think.
Yeah, we should have to report back to it. I was going to unstring me bow, but I haven't unstrung me bow just yet.
No, we've got to get back.
Yeah.
You can't take me back.
Well, we're going to take you back.
Oh, you must have just leave me here to die.
Yeah.
No.
You're wasting it. It's drawing your bow to shoot him at this range.
That's what I do. I shoot things. I will basically just lean over him so the arrow's about here and then shoot it.
You want to shoot him? Yeah. What? He's dead.
I figure he's almost certainly going to die from an arrow about here.
He's dead.
Yeah.
You just.
The sad thing is I'm unlikely to be able to recover that arrow because it's going to go through his head and then wreck on the stone ground.
Oh,
Practicalities.
Carlo just leaves forward.
Yeah.
Simple arrow straight through his head.
The farmer is still struggling to get back in. Where is he? He said he's restarting.
He's probably off to get some food. You know how farmers like.
oh, good. Tell
Well,
me good.
Yeah, the guy still twitching as well, which is.
I'm going down the ladder. I'm not.
Yeah, I do think we should take him back to the boss, or well, the boss of the caravan to make that decision. But at the end of the day,
He shouldn't be working for undead, should he?
yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm not going to get too upset about it because I think that would have been his fate anyway. So
I figure they would have. How is he going to live?
and he did say he might as well, didn't he?
Here?
He-
In fact, his last words were, "Leave me here to die."
Yes, that's true. Yeah. He made his own decision.
He made his own decision.
Oh.
I left him there to die.
That is true. Oh, he's back. Where is it?
Wow.
All right, so we'll charge, and John, you'll have to catch up, mate. There's 50 of them. Oh, and he's gone. Where's he gone?
But you've got 45 of them because the other 5.
Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Yes, we can see you. Okay, so you're heading back to camp.
The thief's dead. Carlo executed him. But he did ask for it.
He did say, "Leave me here to die."
He's laying on the floor. Someone's patched his wounds up, but someone's also put an arrow in his fucking head.
Yeah.
Well, obviously from very nearby because there's only like this much arrow and the fletch poking out of the head. You can't move him because he's like nailed to the ground.
Yeah, sadly, I'm not going to get an arrow back.
Like this. Move your head. Move your head a little bit like this, and it will look like him.
Bringing back the thief would have corroborated our story.
No, it wouldn't have corroborated our story. The problem with the thief was that basically there's obviously a bigger worry out here. If there's an undead lord roaming this part of the woods, then yeah, that's a bit more of a concern, isn't there? And I'm sorry, people who work with undead do not get a second chance. That's a decision you make. You can work with humans or you can not work with humans.
So please bear that in mind.
And the idea that he fought in the war and now he's undead. My parents died in the war. Like, the very thought of it doesn't bear thinking about.
He must have been tainted anyway.
I mean,
There's no way.
In a word to Steve, this is stuff you will remember. This lot won't, but you remember in the war, you remember killing people, and you remember them getting back up as undead, and you killed them again. You know, you saw friends die that were fighting in the line next to you, only for you to then see them rise up again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not nice. No, that's why I'm not particularly bothered about Carlo's resolution. Not what I would have done personally, but what's done is done.
It must have been an abomination. You can't not, and he's knowingly working for one. That's disgusting.
Yeah, what's done is done. He made his decision.
that's not disgusting. That's my wife walking past. Fucking bitch, Underwood.
We need to kill undead.
On that, we are agreed. Undead, kill multiple times. Yes.
They are an abomination.
We better get back. That little magic is going to be happy.
Oh yeah, we better get back. We've got his thing. That's all good. Yeah. Oh, we did decide that it was okay to check through the dead people.
Yes. Okay. Don't touch me in public.
If he's confessing that he knows that somebody's undead, Straw, I am going to behead those bodies.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't. He works that magic user. That's what you missed, John. The guy who was in the vague one-sided magical duel with Parker, their leader, is undead.
Yeah. I think John's right now. He has a good reason to behead him.
That's what I did actually wonder.
I will behead him. I will.
Okay. Right. Well, they did have some bits on them.
Bits.
Yep.
Parker, write down.
They had
party treasure.
It's always the party treasurer.
They had 5 shillings each.
Today's pay.
One of them had a card deck. They each had a crossbow with a quiver, but bolts have been fired. So we'll say there's 20 bolts left that you can get to. And they had spears.
Right, okay, so we'll take the money, we'll take the cards. They're not like tarot cards or anything weird. They're just a deck of playing cards, right?
Just a deck of playing cards.
Right.
Although the weird thing is going through the deck of cards, there's 52 cards there, which is fine, but the 4 of diamonds is from a different set. The back.
We haven't got that much time. We want to catch up with the wagon. We're not going through the cards and making sure it's a kosher.
No, Parker, as he's walking, he's like,
yeah, it's OCD.
That's a bit scary, isn't it? We have actually got to catch up with the wagon train, or we're going to be lost in the snows. Remember?
Yeah.
We'll take the money. Who wants a crossbow? I don't
want one, but aren't they?
Want a crossbow?
Aren't they worth a bit of money? Crossbows.
But it's carrying 4 crossbows.
I might take a crossbow because I have no missile capability. I'm not a big fan of missiles, but
we might as well carry one each.
Yeah, I'll take
carry one each. We'll take it back to the camp. If Augusto doesn't want, and we can just dump them over the side or whatever, or Steve wants one, he can have all the bolts.
Yep. So how many bolts we got at the moment?
20 in total.
Total.
And we move them out of the quivers and put them all in one quiver together.
Yeah.
So they're.
If we're going to give them away, I might as well take the 20 bolts.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of missile weapons, but stupid to be caught without something. Crossbows quite nightly.
I think it's very expensive as well.
Damn expensive, yeah.
I would have thought they're worth something. I mean, it's yeah.
They are, but I don't want to see myself peddling bloody weapons all over the place.
No, no, right, but we know a man.
Yeah.
Hasn't got that far ahead, to be brutally honest. So this part of the journey is a little bit shitty. And, you know, I think Ludo points out, right, that point up there on the mountains, that's the pass. And he's like, we're not going to get there today. And the clouds are looking still okay-ish.
Mm.
You know, the way we one of the wheels on one of the wagons got a bit broken. So we'll camp tonight, probably in another hour or two. And then we'll probably hit the high pass tomorrow.
We better let Augusto know what we got up to and about this Nile Rogan.
Yeah, he's on the front wagon.
Right, we're going to catch up with him then.
Ah, you've returned.
Indeed, we have.
And you all seem fit and well, so obviously there was nothing to encounter.
Oh, we encountered all right. We caught up with the bandits. We caught up with the thief. What was his name? Keller
was the thief.
Keller was the thief. Caught up with Keller, the thief. He is dead. And then we encountered the bandit, a bandit patrol. We killed 4 of them. But their leader sadly got away, although he was very injured. And he is an undead by the name of Nal Rogan.
Rogan, ah.
There are more of them out there, apparently, though, but I've no fixed abode.
I thought he only raided on the other side of the mountains.
Well, he's here now.
Well, that's not good.
None
of you are harmed?
Nope.
No.
You did well.
With any luck, we'll make the snowy pass and he'll be stuck here for the winter.
Let's hope we get over the pass in time.
I'm sure we will. Now that we have what was stolen back.
Well, let's hope so.
Anyway, there you go. We better go see the magic user then. Should we go see the magic user? Come on. Let's go make his day.
Let's go make it. We caught up with the thief, but sadly he'd already gone.
I might as well end my life.
Oh dear. Get the gem out.
Yeah, not really. Yeah, we'll give him his little thing back. There you go.
My friends, you have done me a great service. If there is ever anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. Seriously, you have done me.
Don't lose it again.
I would go with Marvello and tie on a string around your neck, because apparently, I mean, we found another guy who does that. There seems to be lots of people who do that with important things. So who am I to argue? It's clearly a good thing to do.
I should put it in my money pouch and tie that pouch around my neck.
Right.
That's a good idea.
And this could very well save our journey. This could be the thing that gets us through the pass if it really does protect us enough from the snows. And
Oh, it will, but you know what it's like as a wizard, lighting candles and shadows. This thing, once you bind to it, there are 3 abilities that you can use from it. One of them is to increase heat. One of them is to create fire, and the third is to release the essence of what is in here, and that's like a fire elemental.
Uh-huh.
But obviously, the brighter we burn,
the faster we are consumed.
darker the shadows.
Any food around here?
Well, there'll be food when we camp, I believe.
We missed breakfast.
What you gonna do?
I could, if we're travelling along, I wouldn't mind having another little look if I can see anything. I'm really up some she leaves.
I'm not carrying this crossbow anymore.
No, we can put it on a wagon somewhere. I mean, you would have thought actually some of the other guards might want them. I don't know.
Yeah, they're quite happy to take them.
Ooh. I found some thun grass. Carlo, can I borrow one of your arrows for the day? And I'll give it back to you tomorrow.
Are you asking?
Carlo.
A used one or a new one? Well, they're all used, to be honest. I've just haven't got around to cleaning up the ones I used today.
Not a broken one that I can use, one that you can use again.
Okay, I won't give you one of the ones I used today, because as I said, I've got to clean them yet. They'll work.
I'll when we get to our assuming we're then getting to camp and everything else, you'll see me, and I've got some long thin grass that I'll wrap around it, and I'll rub some oils into it and kind of wet it, and then burn the tip and carve a little symbol in. Right, and we'll let this set up for the evening, and by tomorrow it should be good for you. And that is an alchemy novice homing arrow. I noticed that you were trying to. I mean, you're already an excellent shot, but you shot the guy Keller when he was up in cover, and you could only see his head. The advantage of these homing arrows, I can't make many of them in one go. They take a lot of energy. Rather than it being a smaller target, it focuses towards him, so that if he's in cover, you won't have any problems shooting him.
Oh, okay.
If he was hiding behind a tree or something. Obviously, don't use it all the time. It's got a one-use thing, but hopefully that'll be some help if you find yourself in a pinch.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much.
That's from alchemy. That's fucking amazing. Awesome stuff.
That is very good.
There's loads more in the advanced book than there is in the basic book. The basic book's got like poison. That's it. For the advanced book, you've just got loads of.
Yeah. So good evening. Again, camp is settled down, and
sharpening things.
yeah, Talik comes past as the wagons are beginning to form. I hope you guys don't mind, but things are getting a little bit tight firewood wise at the moment. Can you help out and go grab some?
Help with firewood? Yeah.
Cheers. And he does go and ask other people as well.
Yeah, sure. Go foraging for firewood.
Everybody goes off to start getting firewood, whilst Carla and Kravek are prepping the big fire. Big old cauldron comes out for today, and they start getting that going whilst you go get more firewood. Whilst you're out, there's armfuls of wood, and you sort of go, what a day it's been. All of a sudden, you hear the roaring of a beast. and you're like, what the hell is that? And it's, and then you hear human cries.
Please, sir.
Can I have some more?
Can I make a beast law check?
You can indeed.
Nice.
Oh no, failed it. Failed it by 1. It's a beast.
Oh, it's a, I don't fucking know. But yeah, you big, deep roar. And then sort of, this one of, I know exactly what it is, but I just
Tip of me tongue.
Towards it. I mean, right? There's a we've got to go and help out.
Oh yeah. Head back.
okay. You run over to where the noise is coming from, and what you see is a monstrous great wolf. This ain't no normal wolf. This is like a hunger wolf. This is really about 8 foot fucking long, big muscly thing. Behind it is a semicircle of lesser wolves, and it's standing in front of Ludo, Bellon, the 2 pathfinders, and a woman that you've seen walking around the camp as well called Lestra. And they've all got their weapons out, and they're all sort of looking at this dirty great big wolf.
I'm going to scream like a battle cry because we want them to look at us.
Okay.
As we start moving in.
You scream, and the wolf that's focusing on Bellon and Ludo sort of just turns its head, looks at you momentarily, and then just flicks his eyes back on these 2.
For there, Marvel, I don't do anything impetuous.
And it's,
I'm nodding my head, and then I'm charging.
Love him.
what was that about impetuous? He's like, oh!
He's great.
And the wolf sort of sees him running at him, but again looks at these 2, and in the last moment, sort of comes for John.
We haven't. Oh, I hope they're enemies.
So Nick, Steve, then
It
it's
was me. Just about to say something like, oh, it might be sentient. Maybe it's got some sort of, maybe it's a living creature that we can discuss. Oh,
I don't know.
It's obviously a living creature, but yeah.
No, you know what I mean? It's
It
like
might not be an enemy, yes, I know.
but now we'll do. I say this is the beauty of John doing that, because he gets a free attack and he knows it.
Does he? Oh, he was being smart, was he?
So he will get to do his attack cheekily, and then the wolf will do its things, and
Then the wolf will eat you.
as that wolf comes charging in, all of the other wolves scatter and come charging in, and Bellon, Ludo, and this other woman, Lestra, start fighting them.
Oh, what? They're the
They
enemy.
all turn around and go,
You twat. Right, so John, you are rolling, matey. Yeah, what's my defense? -5.
Oh my goodness.
Just to confirm, this is a new scene, right? It's a new scene, right?
It is a new scene, Parky.
I rolled 5. I'm good.
Oh, you've hit it. Go on then.
7.
7 points of damage, less my armor of 2. That's 5 points of damage. It yelps, it staggers. It's not quite enough to knock on its ass, but it does stagger. Ooh, it's not happy about that, I tell you. So, Nick.
I'm going to shoot one of the lesser wolves because there's 6 of them, so they're not all going to be in combat. So I should be able to see I got a target there.
Oh, there's bloody loads of them.
Yeah. In my.
Although in this they're not called wolves, they're called Jakar.
Oh,
Jakar.
I figure I'm still going to shoot.
Nick.
Yeah, that's made it. Yeah, that's made it by 11. So I'm suspecting that's hit. 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Less my armor of 2 is 4 points of damage. Again, good shot. Wolf skids a little, yelps, but it's still coming in. Steve.
Can I help John?
Mm-hmm.
If we could bash the big one, it might.
Yep. Your
might
first
lose their
action
morale.
to move in. Are you going to just move in next to him, or are you going to try and flank it?
When you say try and flank it, make it sound like that could actually not work.
No, you just got to make a dice. You just got to make a roll, like a cunning roll or something.
If I failed it, would it mean I lost my attacks? I'm not very cunning.
No. If you fail it, it just means
Surprise me.
go around it to get an advantage. You're just next to John.
Right. I'll try the cunning roll. Is there any minus to the cunning roll?
No, just whatever your cunning is.
They got 8. Oh, 7.
Yeah, you're like
Cunning.
start to move
Yep.
forward and then think, well, if I just shift a bit whilst they're fighting, because they're spinning around, snarling, fighting, and he's dropping. He's like, hold on, I'm at the back end of it. You can hit, so you're now advantaged, so you're on +2 to your skill.
Right, okay.
And then -5 because of its defense.
Okay. 7. Hit it. Oof.
Okay. Well,
So
the
you
bastards let
take-
me hit you.
Sorry, mate. It's a 5. 5 damage.
5 for 3. So that's taken 8 points of damage. What's it on in total? Okay, it's limping now. You've just rushed forward, hamstrung it, and it's yelped. And so at that point, but both of you two are finding notice it's got like an armband.
Is it referee or something?
Well, that's pretty. Oh, fuck off, me.
Ah.
John.
What, me?
Go on, John. Smack it.
Did I notice he's got an armband?
You have now. You're like, oh, fuck, oh.
You know when you do like I'm with my help on, I'm doing a defensive. That's what I'm doing right now.
Are you trying to pull back from combat?
I'm not engaging. I just want to stand. I'm like in a defensive pose.
It will still attack.
Fucking hell, John. You get us into it.
Well, no, he's got an armband. He must be something else.
What? Oh, I'm going to wear an armband so the enemy don't attack me. Hit the bastard. Now we've started.
He's hardly going to forgive you, is he? So
10. No, it had -5, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, 10. Good.
Good lad.
You hit it again.
even though it's got an armband, is that some sort of bad thing in your...
I can't hit animals with armbands. It's... Oh.
6 points of damage.
Good hit.
He's gone again.
Oh, he's back. No. Marvello, last man standing. No.
He did that last move. He's like, oh, just swings that halberd again, hits it straight between the two front legs, right into the rib section. Hear the crunch, hits the heart, blood spills out. All of the wolves just suddenly howl and flee.
Yeah, brilliant.
I've lost another fucking arrow.
I know. And as you pull the halberd out, the wolf just staggers back on its two legs, slumps onto the floor, convulses, and changes.
Oh. I hope we ain't this shit.
Into the form of a female elf.
Oh,
Actually, well, let's hope this was coming to negotiate some sort of peace. Then impetuous, he'll learn from this.
Everybody sort of looking up and going dum dum.
Yeah, the other two, the two pathfinders are sort of standing there looking a bit stunned. Give me vigilant rolls, please.
Vigilant. Oh fucking hell.
Yep.
8. No.
I'm still looking at the small female thing. I'm not looking anywhere else but looking at her.
Okay.
yeah, I didn't make it.
Nick,
Only Carlo.
those two pathfinders are looking a bit nervous.
Oh fucking
I'm
hell.
gonna wander over to them. We weren't supposed to kill that, were we?
No idea. It just came from nowhere.
Yeah, well, ain't going back, is it?
What does a female elf look like in this system?
It depends on their age, because when in their first form they're like fairies, small things with wings, and then they go into their cocoon stage. Then they come back as summer elves, which are like the more aggressive, nastier type of elf, and then they go into their cycle, and then they come back as winter elves. But just think your standard kind of elf.
So basically,
years, but
cute,
All right.
not much
Nick,
about the body.
sorry,
Point years.
these these ones ain't cute.
Marvello.
I'm gonna go and gather her up in my arms, and I'm gonna walk somewhere off a little bit, and I'm gonna probably bury her in a probably as semi-respectful way as I can.
Start doing that, and Lester's like, why would a hunger wolf attack? Hunger wolves don't attack for nothing, and she is pointedly looking at the other two, and she's definitely got an air of authority about her.
I'm burying with my hands.
Now she said about what it is.
Yeah, you're like,
I'll dig around through me scrolls.
Yeah. Carlo, lie, mate.
No, I've got it this time.
Tell us she's wrong.
Dragon Steve, I'd be doing you on so much for that one.
No, but I got so Carlo, lie.
No,
Get us out of it.
These scrolls, and I'm like, hang about. Yep, it's this. Look there, look.
Oh yeah, hunger wolves. Yeah, great big nasty wolves. But that obviously isn't a normal one because they don't do that.
No.
Yeah, so that's not a hunger wolf. No, you're wrong. Not in a hunger wolf anyway, is it? Because it shouldn't have been an elf.
That's right. So he's off. So Bello's off burying her, and everyone else is like.
When she changed back, she still had the armband on, but was she otherwise naked?
No, she had a simple woolen tunic on.
You're wondering, is it safe to let Marvello out in the woods with this dead elf?
No, I don't know if she's good or evil. I'm just going to bury her because she's
And
not.
at the moment, you don't much care.
Exactly, Marvello. You don't know if she's good or evil.
She's not undead.
She's
So
dead.
Yeah, Marvello. You. Yeah, well, I think you know the lesson you've got to learn. It doesn't need to be laboured.
He comes back. His hands are covered in dirt. All his nails are bust and broken and bleeding. He's not looking happy. At this point, Ludo and Bellon have headed back to the wagons, and Lester is still like, and she just turns tail and starts walking off as well.
That's weird because it's supposed to be a hunger wolf, but hunger wolves don't turn into elves or vice versa. So I don't quite know what's happening there, but neither do they. If it makes you all feel better, who knows? Presumably you didn't behead her, did you?
No.
We've all heard stories.
Should I have done?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, to think I should have.
No, I didn't. I'll get that for later.
Perhaps if the only thing, as we're going to be talking about what everyone's seen, didn't see, and so on and so forth, well, perhaps if the only thing visible on the wolf's form was the armband, perhaps the armband is magical in some way. Perhaps it's an artifact of some kind.
Perhaps you can go and unbury this shallow grave and find it.
I mean, depends how deeply he dug, but
Oh, I see. So if he only buried it shallowly, it's quite okay to do. But if he's buried it like 8 foot deep, it's disgusting.
I'm going to pick myself up and go to the front of the caravan wagon and have a tobacco pipe somewhere else. I really don't want to be with the wizard right now.
It's in the corral at the moment. You're all camped up for the night. You're just like...
He's talking
the other side of the corral.
Marvello worries me whether he goes anywhere. I wonder what he's going to go and do then. Okay, you guys have a smoke. Thank God for that.
Yeah, you can see him sitting on one of the wagons, like just.
I'm not saying we should dig her up. I'm just trying to say, for the purposes of research, is she an elf with magical powers? Is she a?
No, this is I don't like the sound of it. It's not right. And
Some form of shape changer.
Yeah, clearly. But was it something that she can do naturally? Was it something that is? And again, as I say, if the only thing visible on her wolf form was this metal armband, perhaps that was the thing that caused the transformation. Perhaps we should speak to Bellon and Ludo. They seem to know something was up.
Well, the woman knew more than that. But yeah, you go and talk to them, see what you say. I imagine I know what they'll say if you suggest digging her up and having a closer look at the armband.
Yeah.
Because that's not respectful.
This is not respectful, and I don't want it, but it worries me that we leave something that's like, I don't know, powerful or something. We leave it buried in the ground, and someone else grabs it.
Why would they if it's buried in the ground?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm more in favour of leaving it where it is, unless someone's going to tell us otherwise.
Go and ask what's the name, the woman there. She might tell you.
Yeah, away you go, Vandro. Do your stuff if you know.
I'll go and try and speak to Ellen and Ludo. I'll find them somewhere.
Okay, they're sitting by one of their little campfires on their own, you know, just away from the main campfire, and they are sort of hush hush, and then they see you come over and they're like,
Don't talk about him.
Well, you're okay now.
mm-hmm.
After you were attacked by that vicious beast.
Technically it didn't attack us, did it? It was a standoff. We'd obviously walked into its territory without knowing about it.
Which is odd that you didn't run away either. I mean, if we'd
made the first move, it would just pounced on us. So we were just standing our ground. Obviously,
that's
many wolves.
pretty wise. You're knowledgeable about such creatures then.
We know some. We're pathfinders. What do you expect?
Lestra seemed to mention that
there, Parky.
Will be, yeah.
I'm not there.
No, I'm not there.
You're fucking nowhere at all, John. You're on a planet your own. You are.
Found someone else to just.
We're going to do careful negotiations to get a pay rise. I'm a mellow, Bob.
I'm having some flashbacks, Straw. To be honest, I'm definitely in a corner, kind of, you know, thinking about other things.
I can see a boon and a thingy coming your way, mate.
Well, you're sure that nothing like this is going to come across us again?
Well, we don't know, do we? We don't know. The mountains.
No,
Anything can happen.
But merely moments ago, you were just saying how you do know some things because you're pathfinders, so you knew how to deal with this. You know, I assume you know whether they travel in packs or will its offspring or its pack or whatever they are, will they return to gain revenge against it?
Sometimes things happen. You know, you can be in great big forests doing things, you know, getting treasure and getting yourselves known and stuff. And sometimes things happen. You know, it can happen anywhere. Things just happen. We'll just leave it at that, shall we? It's safer if we leave it at that.
You're not expecting it to...
Look, nothing's going to come back, okay? It's just, it was a wolf. It was there with some other wolves. You dealt with the wolf. The other wolves ran off. It's all good, okay? Now, let's just all go to sleep and hope that tomorrow we can get over the high pass and start heading into Ambria, eh? That's what
it turned into...
Baron. Is it Baron or Bellin? He just turns up. Will you fucking go away?
Yes. Yes.
And switches and then sort of goes back to just sitting there. And the other guy's like,
all right, I'll leave. Are they... Whereabouts... what's their... They've got their own little campsite, effectively, in a little...
They've got the main fire in the corral of wagons, and they've got a little fire just off to one side. Other groups have got little fires off as well. You're not all crowding around the one big fire.
Okay. I'll have a mull, and I'll wait until much later, or I'll try and get up early in the morning.
What are you going to do in the morning?
A thing.
A thing. Okay.
Oh, I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna do that, aren't you? Do you know how long that takes?
An hour. I'll have to catch the party up.
Okay. Right. So what happens is next morning the caravan gets ready and moves off. Vandro.
I would like it if someone waited around with me for a little while, about an hour, Is that possible? And then we can catch them up. The wagon train's fairly slow.
What are you going to do?
Wizards have ways of finding things out, you see.
Oh, good. Then me and me dog will wait.
Sorry?
Me and me dog will wait.
Yeah, totally.
Well, we might as well all wait if everyone is happy with that. It's only an hour beyond the thing.
We'll
So
wait until they're kind of out of kind of eye shot, and then I'll find out where their little, because I know, obviously I've made plans about this in advance.
Yeah, you know where their campfire is.
Where their campfire is and where they were sleeping.
Yeah.
So, as we've all now put the campfires out and everything, I will go up to their personal little campfire.
Yeah.
We will get out some sticks and I will place them around the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take some soot from the fire and I'll rub it down my face and put some little symbols on and stuff like that.
And every now and again, I'm looking at Nip, and I'm like, "What do you reckon? Is he gone yet? Just say the word."
And over the space of about an hour, as I mutter words to myself and rearrange things and make symbols in the air and whatnot, I will go into a trance.
Okay. And what information does this ritual of yours give you?
It gives me. I have to re-find it. Go on, come on. I have to find the exact wording, but essentially, which I will explain to the group. I can take something that has burnt, and I can find out what it was, what happened around it whilst it was burning. So I can hear things that are said within range of it. I can see images of things that happened around it. If it was a house, someone burnt a house down, I might be able to find out who burnt the house down. If people are talking secret things around a campfire, I might be able to learn what those things are. As I read the answers of the fire.
What I will do, Parker, is I will send you a message, tell you exactly what you saw and what you hear, and you'll be able to tell all the others next time.
I used a thing and it was useful. Yes.
Does it corrupt you?
It does. Corruption.
No, I think you gain like 1 temporary corruption or something, which is nothing
No,
in the grand.
It's not nothing.
It's still, you still get some corruption from it.
It's still corruption.
Yeah, but it's only.
There's nothing in the world of corruption, unless it is nothing.
Yes.
Obviously, there's zero corruption, and then there's some corruption.
And you will know this when wizards cast spells, they will always get a bit of temporary corruption. If they try to learn spells from other wizards' area of knowledge, they get permanent corruption. But fortunately, because Parker's taken wizardry, he's not just a mystic that can take bits from everywhere. He's a wizard. He's a wizard, so he can learn all of the wizard spells and not take permanent corruption for it. He can learn spells from other things and rituals from other things, but it's permanent corruption. Think of it like blood damage, blood spell damage in Earthdawn. And it's the same with items. If you find magical artifacts, you can bind yourself to them, but it's a permanent point of damage or a point of experience.
Yeah, using a mystic power or ritual gives you 1d4 temporary corruption. So if I gain a d4 temporary corruption now, and then suddenly we're in a fight before the end of that thing away,
it goes. But there's always a chance of him just doing too much, and it then cascades. Then he gets
like a pot of milk bubbling over. If it's on the boil just a little bit, then that's fine. But once it boils over, then there's a mess to clean up.
It's a mess to clean up, yes.
It could be said something like that, yeah. Well, you won't have to worry about it, though, will you? So it'll be okay.
Well, it depends on how far he goes over, because once you hit your limit, then you get physical, or what they call stigmatas.
Yeah. And then you get like little things like arrows from here.
Oh, look, I've got boils all under my armpits. Yeah, don't worry about that. Worry about the arrow in your forehead. But why? You know, it's just little things like that.